And I'm your DM, Starwind, and I'm about to take Dancing Lights through another day in the world of Elsperia. Join us as we continue to discover and explore and get ready for the Jubilee holiday that is about to begin. Joining me is Zareth, the half-elf assassin rogue.
Evening, guys.
Borden, the dwarven cleric of Kazia.
I have animal crackers.
And Sidaria, the divine warlock of Illumina.
The brightness will shine. Yay.
Lucelyn, the elven arcane archer.
Afternoon.
And Oscar, the half-elf draconic sorcerer.
Hello.
Last time we visit Dancing Lights, we just got done clearing the streets of some dangerous assassins. Taking a metallic emblem from one of the men before they got hauled off to the dungeon, Zareth finds a crescent moon emblem with the dagger between the points. A greater restoration later, and Zareth's memories start to piece back together. Borden, Cindy, and Lucelyn went to visit the temple where Father Aram was dressed up as Jubilee, and he was hosting a dinner for some kids at the orphanage. There, the group is invited to join in, and talks were had on events. But the holiday of Jubilee is approaching, and then as a reward from me, your DM, you have all been granted 500 gold for you to spend exclusively on the player that I have told you that you were being the secret Santa of. So we will get to that a little later on as well. We shall see what everyone got, and events are slated to take place for the week-long time that the crew managed to get. There's charity work that most of the group agreed to help with, and also the ordeal of dealing with a young boy named Alan, who was caught playing with caltrops in the middle of the road. There's talks of a bakery and a smithy, possibilities, and also the auction system that we've been working on has new rules, new implementations, and we're going to see if we can do some of that stuff. So join us today as we continue our tale and find out about Jubilee and the feared red dragon he rides on. So, how would you like to begin?
A nice morning, please.
A nice morning? I don't...
Done.
Actually, I would like to start with a little bit more narrative, if you don't mind. So, Jubilee Night, or Eve in this case. Jubilee Eve. Jubilee Night. A roar can be heard atop of the roof. Thunderous claws clang, and down comes some soot. From the darkness within, a jelly man appears, dressed in red and full of Jubilee cheer. A present he presents, one for you and one for me. A present we get for being true and free. With a wiggle of his nose and a wiggle of his chinny chin chin, his long white beard bellows as his cheeks shimmer his grin. All the candles still lit for the night. He takes up the cookies and then he takes flight. Up to the roof you hear the claws click. Give me my cookies or I quit this shit. A dragon's voice booms that speaks ill of doom. But Jubilee hands over the cookies, and then it is soothed. With a thud on the roof, once more with pose, a giant red dragon rises up from above. Hear me now, and hear me with intent. Forget my cookies, and you'll all be dismissed. With a herald of a warning and a sneer to his face, Jubilee chuckles, continuing his race. Across all nations and off the divide, happy Jubilee and a happy Yuletide. So, each of you were given intent to have a present ready. You'll have to go back and watch the stream. I'm not repeating all that shit.
That was nice. Just a little glitchy, but nice.
Thank you. I wrote that just recently. So, yeah.
You guys keep breaking up.
You might want
badly.
to rejoin the call, dude. Because we are East Coast, I believe. I'll double check the settings, but I'm pretty sure we're set. Yeah, we're still in East.
Just remember, no copyrighted material. He's in the EU.
Well, should I copyright that? So that's why you can't hear it, because I just wrote that there and I patented it right. My instant patent, I guess. But
Yeah.
no, I felt like writing a little Christmassy poem for us. But anytime within the week, and if you guys want to go ahead and get the Jubilee presents out of the way, we can start with that, and then we'll just go through the week as we were going through it. If you want to do something like that, direct path of how I wanted to do this wasn't really set in stone, so it's kind
Well,
of
we
like
can't do the presents because we have to spend what's left of the week finishing out. There were
okay.
a
So
couple
we'll
of events.
so we'll finish out the week, and then we'll get to the presents, and then we'll probably go to break, and then we'll see what happens after that. All right, so that sounds like the lineup. Let me pull out my events that we have planned, though. Let's see here. So we have Oscar, who's been going back and forth to the Arcana, and he's been doing his studying and research for enchantments. But he is... You do all notice that he's got a new gray robe that he's been wearing lately, and if you recall the Arcana, that's where he's got it. I'm sure he's told you all about it. Let's see. Oh, what's the first line of business we should deal with? Okay, so we know that there's a soup kitchen that's fixing to happen, and donations need to be picked up. So...
Off to cooking for me.
Are you wanting to bring baked goods to the
Yes.
the event? Let's get a cooking utensil check from you and see how good your food is. See how much you can whip up in time. This is more like quantity over quality. So you whipped up as much as you could. What are you bringing exactly?
I'm gonna bring in the light, like a light pie type breading with just egg, potatoes, and some ham in it. Like
Sounds like an Irish pie of some sort.
yeah,
Is it a meat pie or
Irish pie.
something?
yeah,
It's a
something
meat
like-
pie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I thought. I'm like, I had that before, didn't I? So yeah, you're making up a bunch of meat pies, little meat pies and everything. It's not like it's super gourmet, but you were pretty much focusing on quantity instead of quality. So it wasn't, maybe burned a couple on accident, but other than that, it turns out pretty decent. You managed to bring about 40 helpings after you load them all up. Probably good enough to get through most of that soup kitchen. Maybe you might even bring some extra stuff. It just kind of depends. But for this, who's all going to the soup kitchen?
I was volunteered. Well, I volunteered, but I was going.
So we
Not
got,
me.
and we were going to run into Leslin up there, right? Cool.
That was kind of the intent. We'd all be heading up that way if we so chose.
Yep. So what I need to know is, what is Oscar and Zareth planning on doing while you guys are having this little run around?
Reading that cantrip book.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Go ahead, Oscar.
They were doing this during the week, so this would have been like when I was going back and forth between the Arcana.
All right. Just want to make sure, in case you wanted to be a part of this, because you are allowed to be a part of any of the events. And it's just like saying you came in long enough because they told you that we're going to do this. But if you don't want to be there, that's fine. We just do it without you. So basically, the three of you meet up at a soup kitchen near the temple. It's like a hospice type place, and they have like a cafeteria in there. And there's ill patients that live in the hospice, but they allow you to use the cafeteria to kind of like feed everybody who comes in who might need it and everything. This is kind of new for me too, because I'm trying to figure out how I should describe this. I mean, they bring out big pots and pans with soups. You got your dinner rolls. You got your big old ham that's being carved up, and people getting pieces of meat off. It's almost like what is it? Ryan's. You're at Ryan's and they're just kind of serving you the meat and everything, and you're kind of having to, you're helping them, so you're serving it. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Is there anything interactive here we need to go over, or?
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, let's have everybody who's here make investigation checks, and then I'll see what impertinent information you get as you're kind of going through your day.
Okay.
Sydney, for you, somebody took a taste of your meat pie and it's like, this is really good. Well, it could be better. And you know who could probably teach you better? I heard there was a chef who has a culinary school over in Tainak Kingdom. You ever been to Jubilee Cove?
No, I haven't.
Apparently
I'd
they
like to
have.
try to go there then.
Yeah, apparently there's a culinary school over there and a restaurant that's pretty high priced to we go visit. But she takes in students, so if you really want to take off in cooking, she might be worth visiting. Everybody rolled pretty good for this. That's nice. I know, Borden, you're looking for Alan and his mother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I mean, as furtively as possible, but I do want to make sure if they're here, I catch them. Or at least see them.
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, they don't seem to show up. But as far as your investigation goes beyond that, it's, see here. Father Aram, he's like standing next to you most of the time while you're in line. He's like serving the potatoes while you serve the gravy, or vice versa, and you kind of switch off back and forth. But you always seems to be gravitating towards him being nearby, so you're always having this jolly old conversation about the past, going over like, oh, do you remember that one Jubilee when you got this item? And he's like looking to see that old light of recognition from you, like, oh yeah, But and you kind of get the feeling like he misses doing that with the kids and everything, but he's getting up in the years. Leslin, There's been like just keeping your ear to the ground, just kind of listening to everybody as they pass through you. And this probably goes for you too, Borden, just to kind of add on to things. But you guys kind of catch a glimpse of conversation about some barbaric man who's been getting in trouble lately with drinking a lot. And his temper's been getting a little out of control. And people are like, somebody should do something about it. But the guards won't hold him because he seems to sober up just fine. Oh, and I feel so sorry for his wife and child.
We catch a name with that?
You catch this old lady having this conversation with this, middle-aged gentleman that's in the line with her. You could probably stop them in their conversation and ask.
I mean, I didn't want to be, intrusive, but I also do want to make sure it's not, was it Harlow or Harslow,
Whatever his name is. Okay, so you asking?
I'll just, wouldn't happen to be rattle off the name, because Borden would know. I heard it literally like 2 days before, but I've slept a week since.
True.
And I cannot find which notepad I've placed this information in.
You and me both, apparently. Because I remember Alan. I remember him.
His mom, who we never got a name for.
Yeah, I don't even know if I gave her a name yet.
I don't think you did.
Oh, hold on.
Harslow, there it is. Harslo, Harslow.
Yeah, alright. And actually, I think I had this in the events here, but didn't I? No, they kind of tell you like, oh, do you know them?
I'm familiar with some of the people you're talking about there.
Yeah.
I'm just looking out for them.
That poor boy of his has just been kind of getting as angry as he is lately. But, what can you do? And they still kind of go through the line, and you have a good Jubilee hunt, as the old lady just kind of makes her way down.
Warm wind.
Warm winds. I love it. All right.
If you want to have Aram insight check me there, because I feel like he would know me well enough to be like, okay, something's up.
Let me take a quick look here. Yeah, he kind of turns to you and asks, "What was that about, son?"
Young boy named Alan caught him in the street laying caltrops trying to catch a hold of Parslow's carriage. Guess he's been treating his mum pretty bad.
Well, that poor child, huh? They say this Harslow guy's used to be a barbarian who fought on the front lines once upon a time, if you believe it. But if he's doing this kind of stuff at home and getting drunk and wasting and taking it out on his family, somebody needs to look into it.
One step ahead of you there. One step ahead of you there.
Well, just a reminder, you try to help everybody, but sometimes you can't help them all. But it doesn't hurt to try, and he pats you on the shoulder as you showing goodwill towards men, so to speak.
Goodwill towards men is not the name of this game.
Yeah, exactly. At any rate, so you're all pretty much going through this routine here of, serving trays, having mild conversations, wishing everybody a happy Jubilee. Unless there's anything you want to do directly in this environment, we can move on to another event. But if there's stuff you want to talk about or find out here, by all means, just let me know.
Just spreading goodwill, that's all I could think of. Don't know any act plot.
Well, you said they were ill and ailing.
Yeah, because you're in it's kind of like the food kitchen is taking up the hospital's cafeteria, and people are just coming there to get their food, and then you can, make trays to go visit the people who are ill and sick and can't quite make it. And then this is like a nursing home, too, on the side, so it's like people who are really elderly and they can't get around. This is like where they turn in to walk down that road, you know what I mean?
Okay, so it's not ill and ailing as in sick disease, they're old.
A little bit of both.
Can we try to heal any of them or no?
I was about to say,
Well, the thing is, it's like a natural disease or something. It's not something you can track.
yeah, I was looking for unnatural diseases.
Yeah, like if it was something that you caught just walking around in an adventure, you guys could easily heal that. But this is like the aging body can no longer rehabilitate itself with magic or otherwise, So it's it's pretty much like getting to that near end. So you got you got a whole bunch of old ladies who are just kind of sitting around a table, eating their food. Now, a few old men just gathered around, and there's still young people coming in here too. So it's like the soup kitchen's opened up so that they can come in, eat, have a warm place to stay while they're eating. A lot of street urchins are like walking through here as well. A lot of near-do-goods. But you just basically feed the populace, those who are without the monies, without the funds to actually have a good meal today. So, just spread. Yes.
Could I advertise the bakery that I'm about to open?
I would suggest no until you have more solid
advertising
plan. Let's solidify first, and then. But this would probably be a bad place. They don't have money. Why would you want to advertise here?
Yeah, come spend your money at my place. And what money?
I mean, you can. You'll have to figure something out there.
Yeah.
But no, good question. Not going to work though, I don't think. And it wouldn't. You still got to have that conversation too. Like it's been brought up, but nobody's acted on it yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that, like I said, unless there's anything else you wish to accomplish here at the soup kitchen, everything goes off pretty much without a hitch, except for Alan and his mother not being able to make it.
Can I see if I notice that, or do I notice it all?
Well,
I'll mention it to her before the time we leave.
Yeah.
Because she was there for the initial encounter.
Well, I'd be dishing out food, so I'd probably not notice
Well, as soon as you guys cleared up and you're done with the day, he would point it out to you.
We should go investigate then.
So I'm thinking we grab more than just us for this one.
Okay. Is Lucin around? Maybe we could get him to help.
Yeah, he's working right there with you guys.
Now, imagine during the end of the day at the soup kitchen, I would just be doing minor magic tricks for any children and maybe playing a bit of music on a flute. But aside from that, I've kind of kept an eye on these two and just in the general vicinity.
Okay, so you kind of see him off to the side, entertaining a few children with a little bit of music, a little bit of trickery. And they're just like, "Yay, that's cool, that's cool. I want to use magic when I grow up."
I walk over to Lucin and try to whisper. We talked to a couple, Anak, wife, and informed her to come. She didn't come. I think something might happen. Want to investigate with us? I think this might be more a two-man job.
I give a small nod. And then I do a little flourish to end the performance before giving a small little bow to the children.
Encore, encore, yay! Wait, where are you going? Come back!
Sorry, kids. Duty calls.
Aww. Mister, you said you're gonna do more tricks for us. They're just gonna be...
I give the kids a little wink before pulling copper piece out of each of their ears.
Hey! More tricks, more tricks! They're just having all...
At that point, I do leave.
Oh, well, we got a copper. Yay, mommy, look, and all that good stuff. All right. So, yeah, you guys kind of settle on leaving out or having a conversation. What do you guys want to do?
Right, so seems like you're about to get mixed up in some trouble here.
Maybe.
We tend to do so.
Right, well, at the very least, I can advise you when you're going too far against the law in this. And if you do, well, I know how to look the other way. But if you need me to look after your back, so I can.
Thank you. So she was told to come here. Let's go over to her house then. I'm worried about the husband maybe hurting her.
Alright, so you guys are going to go ahead and leave the temple, or leave the hospice, I apologize, and make your way down the streets to where you know where the little boy was from. Make perception checks as you walk. Or, well, yeah.
Is it gonna let me click the button?
I don't know. I was just sitting here waiting.
There it goes.
Okay. Yeah, just Borden's the only one to kind of notice that there's this big burly man just walking away from the door. He's probably been, he's going down the street. He doesn't look like he's gonna look at you guys or anything. He's like moving with purpose, and Borden just kind of catches him going further up the road. It looked like he might have came out of the house some time ago, but it's hard to say as he's kind of on his way now.
I mean, it sounds like he fits the description.
He looks pretty big. But you're currently at the front door.
Yeah, I'll knock.
you hear like a sweeping sound of glass going across the floor, and who is it?
Borden, we came to see if you all were doing okay. Soup kitchen was today and you didn't show.
Oh, sorry, I've just been busy all day, but give me a minute. And she tries to finish sweeping up whatever it is that she's working on, and just about done. And you hear loud glass clinking into a can of some sort nearby, and she comes over to the door and lets you in. Yes. Sorry, couldn't make it to the soup kitchen. I had to cook and clean for the husband.
Are you alright?
She's kind of like, I'm fine. Nothing wrong here.
Yeah, I just want to go ahead and give her a once over there. She sounds unsteady.
Either insight or medicine.
They're exactly the same roll for me, so I'll go ahead and...
Yeah, okay.
I'll inside as well.
Alright. No, well, she's fine to you, but, you know, you kind of... Borden is kind of like more looking into this, because he's like got that healing magic, so he kind of could tell when people are like feeling down or feeling hurt. And you could definitely see her like crouched over, like her back's bothering her. You could see her holding her right hand across her left shoulder. And she just, you know, no apparent bruises, but you could definitely see that she's got some pain going on.
I heard glass sweeping. Is it alright if I see the glass for a second?
Oh, no, don't worry about it. It's... The house was dirty. I was just cleaning things up.
No, I have mending. I can fix it. It's something important.
Don't worry about it. It would only break again.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. How's your boy?
He's currently upstairs. Apparently he's grounded now.
Say hogwash to that. You can't be grounded on Jubilee.
Alan, come down. It's those nice people that stopped you from dropping caltrops. And you hear the... You guys, what are you doing here?
You weren't at the soup kitchen, so I was worried. And brought some extra. What's left over?
Oh, okay. Yay! He comes down the stairs and he's like, Mom, you don't have to cook tonight. Look, they brought leftovers. She just kind of gives him a sly grin. It's like, that's nice.
I'm about to get myself in trouble.
Probably. What's the trouble? I love to hear these.
So now I can't promise it'll be around for more than a day.
Alright, so what is this?
It's so poorly. I love it.
That's a giant badger.
Oh. So. Oh wait, welcome back. Oh, so yeah, you throw it. So you went into the bag of tricks and threw out a giant badger, and he's like, "Oh, look at that! It looks so cool, Mom. Look at badger." And she's like, "Is that safe?"
He listens to verbal commands, and I'm assuming neither of these two people will be speaking Dwarvish.
No, they'll be speaking common.
So I'm gonna tell, because the badger understands whatever languages I do.
Right.
So I'm going to be telling this badger, if someone attacks either of these two, you are, mentally instructing, like, this is where we are. Come get us. And, if you beat us back, do what you can.
He kind of jumps up on two legs, holds up his hand up to his head, and does like a little... badger-like salute.
Cheeky salute.
Yeah, gives you a cheeky salute, like giving you the yes sir, and then he goes back to being like badger-like and Just kind of being a pet at this point, I guess.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll just tell him, hang out. Like love on the boy. I guess is be adorable as best you can.
I'm really tempted to pet it. Can I?
You're not gonna attack anybody. Well, you don't understand Dwarvish either, do you?
I'm outside. Can I keep a lookout to see if everyone's paying special attention to the house?
You may certainly make a perception check. As you're looking about, looking down the alleyways and the streets nearby. Looks like it might snow. Huh, how about that?
Please no.
Yeah. Carriage soared by, but you didn't get to see what the carriage was
Lucian,
about.
you are an elf, right?
Yeah.
Don't you have advantage on perception checks then?
No.
No, that's
I'm
charm
proficient.
effects. You're thinking charm effects.
Yeah.
I'm naturally proficient. I don't have advantage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm just catching a snowflake on the tip of my tongue.
So yeah, it's starting to lightly flurry outside as well. So the little boy's got the badger. He's kind of playing around with it. And he's looking out the window. He's like, "Mom, it's starting to snow." Oh, how about that? She seems only like she's halfway there. Like she's answering when she's talked to and trying to keep up, but yeah, she's just kind of. What happened to the music?
I don't know.
There,
Yeah.
problem solved.
I was wondering why it was like so quiet.
It was so quiet. I need to feel that emptiness. But yeah, she's she just seems like she's kind of out of it. She eventually goes towards the kitchen area that she has in her house. It's a very small house too, so it's not like she's walking too far away from you. She's like filling up a kettle with water, and she's like, "Should I offer you some tea or something?"
If you want, I could help you with that. If you need help.
It'd be okay. I can do this. And she'll put on a kettle to boil as she nearly drops it, but she catches it with the other hand and kind of holds it with two hands and takes it over there.
Can I try to heal her with some healing light?
You may certainly try, yeah.
Be a little more subtle, but
Yeah, I mean,
So,
how do you
like,
want to do it? How do you want to do it, and what does it do? Like, how do you approach it? Because
It's going to deception like, oh, look at the light shine through the window. Has to be a good day, then. Deception, maybe. No. We'll try to heal her.
if you're trying to hide it, either sleight of hand or deception, I'll let you use either.
and here's where the dice say no.
No,
What?
maybe not. So yeah, she looks at the light and then she kind of, she looks a little bit more lively and she lets go of her left arm and how about that? Maybe that's a sign.
Yeah. May the light of Illumina shine upon you.
Blessed light. Well then, I should get some cups, and she seems to be more in the mood to host you guys for now. I only have 2 cups though.
Oh, that's fine.
So yeah, she'll set up a couple of cups here as soon as the... Yeah,
We've got traveling packs that has, like a mess kit in it. We could.
Oh, well then, sure, go ahead and
I
pull
will-
out your mess cups and I'll go ahead and take care of you.
I will prestidigitation a small little cup in my hand.
A what?
I can prestidigitation 3 objects that can fit in my hand. I can just make a small little cup in my hand.
I don't think it does that, does it?
It does.
I mean, you can do a lot of things, but I don't think you can do that with prestidigitation.
You can make a non-magical trinket. A cup could
Yeah.
count as a trinket, maybe.
It's feasible.
The stretch for the cheese.
Well, it's illusory, which means it's not real.
You, you create a non-magical trinket or an illusory image, not this trinket is illusory.
Yeah, non-magical trinket.
Now it's going to last until the end of your next turn, so you got 12 seconds to down this cup.
Yeah.
But
No.
All right.
Wait, oh yeah, action. Yeah, it's all down the cup.
How about you just take one of the cups that she gives? Because she's not going to take any. She's trying to host you guys. I don't know why you got to make this harder than you have to. I mean, she is trying to host you guys. She makes sure you have cups, and if you want to offer extra actual cups, she will help you in getting extra tea for yourself. And she'll pour out some green tea for everybody, because that seems to be all she has right now. And then you said you had a kit that had a cup in it, right, Borden?
yeah, the pack with the adventuring supplies. Like,
Yeah. And we got Luslin, who's
I've
just hanging
added
out.
to it. There's a mess kit and all.
Yeah, Luslin's just hanging outside. Are we leaving him out there, or?
I'll go.
That's up to him.
Well, yeah, it's up to you guys. And I'm just like making a note of it. It's like, is that elf out there? Because like she's kind of looking outside every now and then, sees his shadow, and looks towards him from the window. It's like, is he with you guys?
Yes, he is. Hey, Loselin, you want to come in? Have some tea.
A question to the DM: have I overheard bits and pieces of the conversation, or?
Quite possibly. Like, this is like a ramshack type building, so the walls
I would
are
have
kind
had
of
no
thin.
issue telling him on the walk over, like, hey, that or if he overheard me and Father Aram talking earlier.
Yeah, like.
I've been paying attention. Trust me. No, thanks. Safe out here. Just letting you all have your space. That don't want to intrude. I'll be fine. I'll just sit at like the entrance to the house and just fiddle with my crossbow and a crossbow bolt.
All right. So yeah, she's like, well, very well. Hands a cup to Borden, hands a cup to Sydney, and then, or you had your cup, Borden, so she fills your cup up, and so she has a cup as well. The little boy's off to the side playing with the badger, and she just kind of watching him play as she kind of sips the tea. Was there anything else you guys needed, or?
We're observing holiday niceties,
I do apologize for not being able to attend the soup kitchen, but we got plenty to do here, and it's not like we were desperately in need or anything. We just I need to get started on supper soon anyway, so soft-hearted laugh as she kind of like takes a sip and mentally prepares herself for the meal.
I hate to, carry a face of deception here much any longer. We heard about some of the stuff you're actually being talked about by people that were at the soup kitchen. It's not just a private matter anymore.
What are they saying?
Oh, that your loving husband just likes his drink and tends to get a little overly rowdy.
That's just the way he is. Not much you can do about that.
There's something you can do about it. There's something we can do about it.
Oh no, I can't ask you to do anything about it. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Can I insight her again?
You may.
See, if I could get away with a subtle spell, guardian of faith here, I would love to. But there's no way to hide a large spectral guardian.
Make it in the shape of a snowman, but there's not enough snow out there yet. Well, yes, you can clearly see that she's just covering up for him. Like, she feels guilty because you feel like she's showing guilt. And she's just like saying, you guys shouldn't be. She's getting put in that comfort zone where like she's feeling kind of threatened at the moment by you guys saying that you need to do something about her husband, and she's in that in-between stage where she wants to defend him, but at the same time maybe she does need help, but she's not going to reach out for it.
If you're being hurt, that's not okay. okay. You need to ask for help when you are in need.
You know, I find it weird that a random encounter turned into this. It's grim.
Welcome
it's
to
grim.
D&D.
Yeah.
You make a big old story. We spend 45 minutes playing in the box with packing peanuts.
Yeah. But no, it's like this here is like a serious issue too. So it's like we're addressing something in the world that's, it's not nice when this happens. But yeah, this is like one of those things that you're coming across. But she just continues to tell you it's fine. He just needs to, have his drink and then rest, and then once he wakes up, he'll be perfectly fine. And then we'll have a great day on Jubilee. It'll be perfectly great. Trust me.
Can you tell us why he stopped adventuring?
Say that again. You broke up.
Tell us why he stopped adventuring. What led him to drinking?
He doesn't talk about work. I don't know if something went wrong with the guild, or if he was released, or what, but he just won't tell me anything. Knowing him, he's probably down there at the tavern right now, just letting him... I sure hope he's not running up a tab. We don't have enough money for that.
I have an extremely bad idea.
Yes, what is this?
So I need to talk mechanics here for just a second.
By all means, let's have a conversation about mechanics. What's up?
So I've seen our friend Harslow here, presumably,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen Alan and Alan's mom. Now I happen to have a key that opens a door.
Uh-huh.
And if I, say certain people aren't allowed in,
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can designate anybody you know to go into it. Though I do
so
find
my
this-
thought is as we leave, I turn the key over top their door. That way when Mr. Angry Rampage comes home a little slosh, he gets thrown into Minerva's Funhouse.
That's a bit excessive.
I love it.
Is it though? Is it really? Because I'm sorry, a woman beater and a drunkard really has no place, ruining
Well,
these NPCs' lives.
There is another solution. We
I
have
have a
You're
great
not
path of furniture
you're not
there's a
here.
house.
But
You're
I
not
have a
gonna-
happier solution in my head. Try to
Alright.
fix this.
alright, one at a time. Now
mean-
I love the idea, because here I am, I'm like, oh, I get to play Minerva this round. Alright, let's go. But yeah. What were you saying, Brett?
So I'm thinking we should find out why he has resulted in drinking. Maybe fix that situation. Try to give him redemption. Maybe.
He's had chances to stop.
We can give him a final.
Sometimes
his
when a
point.
thing is diseased, like a cancer, the best option is just to cut it out.
You have to believe there is at least some
It's
good.
healing in a very mean
Are we having
way.
this conversation in front of her, by the way?
I mean, I speak Elvish, and I'm pretty sure Cindy does as well.
DM,
Mm,
is there like a tavern nearby I would know?
Hold on one second. What is that, Leslin?
Is there a tavern nearby that I know?
Let me double check the name of it, but yeah, there's one nearby. Let me open up
Wait,
good old
nice.
OneNote.
I start to speak in God language. Can we speak in Celestial? Can both understand
I
that?
thought you had Elvish. No, I don't have Celestial.
Let's see.
I just call out, I'm gonna go have a drink and a talk. In Elvish, of course.
There's a inn nearby that serves drinks known as the Broken Tusk Inn.
I'll holler back, if you need help, don't be afraid to yell, I guess. I don't know how you'd get a hold of us, but, yeah.
Alright, so
I
Leslie's...
just chuckle slightly.
Alright.
You're welcome to come for the drink in the chat if you want.
If we run out the hospitality here, we
Yeah, the lady's like, yeah, maybe...
perturbed her.
She's like,
Yeah.
maybe you should go, because she's hearing you guys talking a different language, and she's not sure what you're saying. She's like, yeah, I think it's time for you guys to go. Thank you for dropping by. Thanks for the meal. And if anything comes up, I'll surely let you know.
Okay. Put down the address of where we're at if he needs help.
Well, I feel like I should have asked her name long before the departure, but,
Oh,
we still have a name for the woman.
Oh gosh, we should give her a name. Let's see here.
Like I've introduced myself, it's Borden, and we... I feel like that would have been, the start of pleasantries, but there was a lot more going on there.
What's wrong with you, Paul? Her name's obviously Lucille.
I was leaning towards an L name. Lucille.
Are we just going Lucille then?
Yeah, Lucille. I might have actually named her Lucille. I don't remember. But I was thinking Lucy, Lou something, I don't know. But Lucille worked out. Alan's mother name is Lucille. And she'll tell you, yes, my name's Lucille, and please just get enough going on without, him drinking all the time. But, after that, she kind of escorts you all out.
Well, have a Merry Jubilee as best you can, and
You too.
I'll-
Thanks for your
I'll
hospitality.
sort of furtively wink at Alan there. It's like,
Oh, yeah, and he's
take
playing
care of
with
that guy while he's here.
Don't worry, I sure will. Hey, Badger, you want to go play with some caltrops? Doof, 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 doof. Oh, dear. And then you guys leave.
Do tell her how long that lasts, so she doesn't worry.
I told him I can't promise he'll be here too much longer past this time tomorrow.
Okay.
Alright, so...
I've told him, it's not a permanent thing.
Alright, so
But
you guys
it'll be fun for now.
We got some people who are waiting, but you guys make your way to the Broken Tusk Inn. We've actually been here a couple times, I believe, when we first started our journey. But this is ran by a half-orc. As you walk in, you see several patrons in the tavern area, and this half-orc barkeep who's just kind of running the place. At the bar itself, you can see, like a couple people who look like they work the field and whatnot, and then you see like this big old burly barbarian looking guy who's like got no shirt on, the whole loincloth and everything, and he's just kind of got his metal cap kind of over his head and it's kind of slooped down as he's got this big old glass of ale in front of him. And there's just a couple tables that are empty, and then there's like a few patrons, a couple of noble people off in one corner just enjoying a quick meal and everything, and then patrons who are just staying here to have their dinner and go up to their rooms. What would you guys like to do?
I like to Borden. Does anyone look familiar here?
I mean, we all saw... Well, no, only I caught dude walking away, didn't I?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just whisper back there in Elvish. Yeah, big guy over there.
Just a question to the DM: is that big guy in fact the one Borden saw?
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh yeah. And he's over there nursing his ale. Like he's already took one drink and half the glass is gone.
So
All right,
who
big
was
guy.
reported?
I said, looking at Borden. You just stand there looking intimidating.
Intimidation is not my forte.
It kind of raises a brow at you, like, and you're like, exactly. No, I don't know.
Hey, Borden is at least in like heavy armor, and he's a dwarf, so like, you know,
I might look the part superficially, but
That's
there's
what
not
you-
much of a
that's-
mean
that-
bone
that's-
in my body.
that's all I need. That's all I need.
Alright, so yeah, you got this big old burly guy who's just big bulgy muscles. I mean, if you've seen a barbarian on a Diablo 3, think of that guy just sitting here in this chair right now. And he just look, and then this glass of ale is empty. Another one, bartender. Yeah.
Excuse me, friend.
Yeah.
Merry Jubilee to you.
Mary, what's her name? Yeah. Where's that ale?
Mind if I take a seat?
Whatever, I don't give a shit.
Oh, that's not exactly the best attitude to have this time of year. It was me, and I was back home.
Kind of flicks his hand at the barkeep. Get that ale over here is what he's kind of signaling.
Well, that's not important. Rough times? Not a good year for you?
Yeah. He doesn't seem to be too talkative, but he starts nursing the next glass of ale.
Hey, sir, why are you drinking so heavily, might I ask?
Why are these people asking me questions? And why is Alexis asking me questions now?
Sorry, sir.
Sir? Siri? Was that Siri? Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me get back into this. Why are all these people coming around asking me questions now, huh?
Just curiosity. Usually, the drinking of alones is never a good sign to the well-being of an individual. Besides, well, to be frank, sir, your behavior is starting to attract more attention than you might want it to.
No, is that so? What kind of actions am I taking that's being talked about?
Hurting your wife. Seeing that you see and Sidaria looking much more angry right now. But then we're
He
try to
will,
find a calm face again.
he's gonna jump to his feet, and you can see his mouth frothing with foam as he kind of stares at you and says, "What you say, me, you wench?"
What was that?
You lie me, you stupid wench, and he's rearing his arm back, and he's gonna take a swing at you. Does a 17 hit?
No.
Well, he swings at you and apparently misses.
Still sitting down. That might not do you much good. These individuals here, well, they're quite dangerous. I would say you've attracted the wrong kind of attention. I suggest you sit down before the pretty lady.
I don't
Sit you
think
back down.
I don't think I asked you people to tell me when and when I can't drink. He reaches for this great axe. It's been kind of hidden on his back. Well, not really hidden. It's there, and he grabs it out. It's like, you want to fight? We'll take this outside.
You won't win. I just want to try to help hear your side of the story, please.
I didn't come here to talk about my side of the story to anyone.
And I'm sorry.
You got two choices. Either you can leave me alone, or you can leave with this axe between your eyes.
I believe you won't be able to do that. But still, I suggest hear your side of the story. But if you want to fight, I can talk to you after I beat you.
Oh, sure you will, young lady. And he'll start stomping outside. He's like, no need to tear up this wonderful bar where I need my drinks. Come out here, wench, so I can split you in two. And he'll ask you to take him outside.
Okay. I go outside.
I'll just whisper the boy and probably could have been handled more delicately, but seeing tempers are a flare.
Okay.
I'm just grim slash of determination. Like, all right, wasn't you so much for subtlety, but if he wants to take it outside, and he threw the first punch, they all saw it. This is self-defense now.
Yeah.
I just shrug and follow outside.
See if I can't find a barbarian picture real quick.
I mean, I could DM you a picture of my ass. It'd be about the same.
No, I don't want your ass. Go away. This'll work, I guess. Alright, let me give this guy some... Give him some quick stats and stuff. Alright, so yeah, he's got his great axe in his hand and he's about ready to swing down with you. Is there anything you want to do as you get ready?
Oh my gosh, my weapon is not working correctly. I'm just gonna be taking out my sword and just bless Luna. I'm just trying to get this man silver and just try to give me a reason to do this.
Roll initiative.
Rightfully.
Star, how long has it been since those guys were gone, and how late were they supposed to be back?
You didn't ask and they didn't tell.
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry, I told you if you wanted to come along, you should have done that. But, yeah, this is a one-on-one apparently, so, Sydney, you get the first roll as he's kind of like frothing at the mouth.
I had to get my token selected. I couldn't roll in on it.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead if you want. I
Yeah, no, if he's picking a fight, like, there's a fight to be had, and I frankly don't like the dick.
Leslin, do you want in on this too?
No, I'm looking out for the gods. Try not to kill them, please. Don't leave a will.
I tell you what, roll initiative just in case something comes up.
Try to find a scimitar because my D blank for scimitar is gone for some reason.
I wonder why.
There you are. What's the
Alright, so you're gonna try to...
A D6, okay.
Alright, so what do you want to do there? Borden, are you holding, or do you want to do anything?
Okay, I got it.
I don't know if you need to move us around anything.
No, I could probably move us to a different map.
I believe I can take this guy on single-handedly, Gordon.
Shit. Come on now. I'll get it right. I goofed.
Well, if she doesn't want me to... Yeah, jump in on it too hard.
Yeah, go ahead and place your tokens out there somewhere, and I'll be there in just a second. I'm going to copy this one and bring it over.
Oh, this looks familiar.
Yeah, I wonder where this is. But this is a city setting, so I'll go ahead and use this. Go ahead and get rid of a couple things here. Like all these guys. Get off.
There you go.
Alright, so we'll say like this is the tavern and you guys all kind of stepped out. Let's come down here. Like, he doesn't want to go up that far. Alright, you little harlot, let's get this on and you're up. And unless Borden wanted to take any actions, which I don't think he's...
It's in the thing there.
Oh, bless. Okay, so you
If
bless.
I'm not gonna be a combatant, I'm just gonna, pick the three of us for now.
That'll work.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and extra hold person and walk up to him and then do 2 critical hits on him with my scimitar.
I don't think you can do that, friend. It's an action.
Yeah, I'm action surging.
Oh.
So I'm gonna hold person and then do 2 attacks with my extra action.
Well, hold on. We gotta see if hold person works. There's a save to be had. Alright, so we'll do a
With save.
And is he drunk?
He rolled an 18, and drunk's not gonna affect his wisdom.
Oh, it affects intelligence?
He rolled an 18 on his wisdom save.
Okay,
So he passed. So it doesn't take hold. You see him stiff up for a minute, and then you start to approach thinking you got him, and then all of a sudden you see him flex out of your spell, and he's like, ha ha ha, come at me! And now you are now taking your swings at him.
Yep, 2 swings.
They will both hit.
Okay.
So he starts slashing across him, and he starts to bleed a little bit.
Oh yeah, non-lethal, of course.
Yeah, and he like slaps his hand across his chest, pulls the blood up, and brings it down his face. And then you just see this rage in his eyes as he starts to get ready to rage. Leslin, did you want to do anything this round?
No, I'm good.
Oh, the tracker die?
No. Well, it probably did for you guys. I got the tracker.
Okay.
I could keep track. Don't worry. But so yeah, he starts to rage, and he's going to do a relentless assault
Reckless attack?
or a reckless attack. I don't know. 17 misses, right? So
Yep.
first swing misses, and he comes back down with a backswing. Good lord, he's rolling shit. So for whatever reason, he could not hit you that round. So he swings this great axe at you, misses, and misses again as he comes down the second time. As you kind of duck back and just kind of, you got a shield or some sort, just scraping down, and he just deflected him. Quit moving, you stupid wench! I should be able to have hit you. But now it is back to the top of the round, which is Borden.
She said she wanted it on her own. I'm not gonna step in unless shit starts getting real serious.
And then Cindy.
I'm just gonna hold concentration since I'm doing nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that'll hit, and that'll hit.
Yep. Could just tell us your story and what you're doing, why you're doing this. Yep.
Yeah, you kind of nick him a couple more times, and the blood starts to come out again. He's just grumbling. Leslin, anything on your end yet, or just keeping watch?
Just watching this stupidity.
Yep, I'm just going to keep coming back, making sure, because I think the turn order's not working on your end. Alright, so he'll take another couple swings at you. Dear God, this guy is not rolling too well. So once more, he drops the axe down twice on you, and you just keep ducking back, and he's like starting to stumble in his drunken stupor, and then he swings again, and once more, you just kind of step back from him. He's not able to connect with you on either swing.
But for the record, you've been hitting each time, but you can't add a D4 to all of your attacks.
Oh, to the attack damage?
No, just
Or
the
attack roll.
Attack roll, okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
but you have...
It's not mattered yet, but
Yeah. Understand. Wow. Once a proud barbarian, now left to this. Sad.
What are we doing?
Turn it back to my order.
Oh, it's you. Go.
Okay.
Alright, they both hit. Matter of fact, you get the critical on the second because he is recklessly trying to attack you.
Oh, sweet. Hmm. Is he okay, or how damaged is he now?
He's taking nicks and scratches from you and everything, but you know he looks like this pile of meat and muscle is able to take a lot more damage if he needed to.
It is a magical weapon, though, right? So,
Yeah. Well,
would
don't
it
worry.
go past range, or
Nope. It doesn't go past rage. You still do half damage.
Okay.
You have to use non-physical damage types unless he's a totem, but he doesn't sound like a totem.
Okay.
It comes to Leslin, and I'm assuming still hanging tight. And then we come to him.
Still just watching.
Yeah, see, we can't get through this. Matter of fact, I think we're gonna. Alright, we'll just see how this round goes. The gods have left me as I miss again. Damn. Some shitty rolls. So he takes 2 swings at you again, and this time he kind of stumbles to the ground and he takes a knee. He's kind of like in a position where if he needed to, he can launch himself back up instantly, but he's kind of like taking a knee and he's just like, how come I can't hit? How come I can't do what I'm supposed to do? And the gods forsaken me! Ugh! He's just raging there, just filled with some sort of bad luck, apparently. Comes to board, and anything on your turn.
I'm keeping concentration. There's 10 rounds of concentration I can hold for free right now. Since
Yeah,
he's
Sydney.
not
Yeah,
causing shit.
Sydney, go ahead and make your attack, or whatever you want to do.
Okay, I'll ask him again. Will you conceive?
Make a persuasion check. Want to go +5 on this insight. He doesn't answer you right away, but you feel like your words are reaching him.
I just want to hear your side of the story. What led you to this drunken state? Do I attack, or do you want me?
Well, it's up to you. You want to keep the fight going?
Please, just tell us. I can wipe the floor with you.
You see him like let go of his axe, and he's just kind of got that angry look in his face. He's like, I don't know what to do with this rage. You just see all this pent up anger inside him. First they kicked me out of the guild. Blame me for that mage's death. Lose my livelihood. Now my son can't even have a good jubilee. And you can
Can
see.
I?
What do you want to do?
Can I lesser restoration so that he is no longer drunk?
Well, yeah, I think it'll work for that. Yeah.
Okay, then I will do so.
Hey, what are you doing? No, I need that. I need that. No, my headache. It's gone.
Can you please tell us more? Why do they blame the death of the maid on you?
My adventures for the Adventure Guild was to apprehend some men who were getting loose. The mage, he fell in front of me. Like, literally, they threw him. He fell in front of me as I was attacking the guy, and then my axe went through him instead. Critical fail. And they said it's my fault that mage died. Not my fault mage got in way.
Was the mage captured and thrown at you?
They pushed him into my path like a human shield's what they did. The cowards!
Through barbarian rage, I see why it would not be your fault. Raging is really deadly, but
Just leave me be.
do you need work? Is this why you're resorting to drinking yourself down?
Just
What
trying
do you
to
wanna
stop
do?
the pain.
What was that again, Mike?
He's just want to drown the pain and disappointment. Yes, I need work, but who's gonna hire someone who's killed somebody? Well, besides bandits. Are you telling me I should go find work with bandits? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Well, that's a
No.
great idea. I'll go get started on
No. No.
it. Yes.
Do you have any other things you're good at? Don't
These-
don't bring yourself down like that. And don't bring down son with you. You're supposed to be a role model, not an overpowered freak who imposes ill will follower. Sorry, never mind. But
Sure do talk a lot of flowery words, woman.
Miss Cindy, if you'd allow me, please.
yeah, I'm not that good at talking like this, but is there anything you're good at besides just fighting? Anything you've wanted to be for a dream?
Would you quit making me think about that? I don't know. I haven't tried anything else besides fighting. Been barbarian all my life.
With your strength, do you think you'd be good at becoming a smith? With your power, you can pound the metal, make weapons for other fighters.
Well, I don't make weapons, no. I throw weapons. You know, just judging from this conversation, it's pretty much like this guy doesn't have a lot of life skills.
I'm
Yeah,
just
don't
asking
say.
with his strength, would he be good at basically pounding metal down and forging? Seeing how we were trying to make a smithery, I think that
I don't know if you want to hire
I
this guy.
don't
to
want
be
him in
honest.
any kind of smithy.
Yeah,
I don't want him around because I will end up murdering him.
For the sake of brevity, because I really didn't want to tie us up too long. You know, you guys have a discussion. I think Lucilin wanted to do something beforehand, though. Did you have something you wanted to add?
Something I want to say, yeah. I understand that you have a temper. I understand that life is treating you bad. But a real man keeps that to himself. Keeps that away from the home. Doesn't take it out on the wife. Doesn't take it out on the kid. Because the kid sees that. And he'll remember it for the rest of your life. You want your kid to end up like you? A drunk? Surrounded by 3 people that could probably kill him. With no money to his name?
Make a intimidation or persuasion, however you want to add it.
Can I help him with that?
No.
Oh yeah, and he does have bless still.
I mean, go ahead and roll bless. And again, that is a critical fail.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, anyway, yeah, so he's like, I'll keep it in mind. You're not sure if he's taking your words serious or not. And then he just kind of, he leaves the tavern though. He doesn't go back in, and he is sober. He seems to be walking back home.
Before you go, and I reach into my bag and pull out one of the toys I've been working on.
Alright.
Every kid deserves a good jubilee. At the very least, give this to him. And I just give him.
Oh, that's mighty nice of you. He takes it and says, huh, you might actually like this. Thanks. And he half-heartedly walks away and starts making his way down the road. At which point you guys are kind of left to you.
I say to Borden, shouldn't we stop the badger from attacking him now?
I told the badger only to act if it was hostile, but
Okay.
I didn't explain any of that to anyone else. But like the badger's not going to do anything except run and get us and then race back.
Okay.
Try to slow him down if he starts beating on people.
That would be ironic if you would have summoned a giant elk.
I would have been so done.
Yeah.
Destroy
So,
the house. Where have you gone?
protect this family. Patronus. Alright.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a Patronus. It's sent to message if shit gets too hairy.
Alright, so that scenario's kind of come to a close. I mean, it's not like concluded, but it's come to a close for now. And you think you've at least made the holiday better for this family. But you finally make your way back where you find, I guess, Oscar's still at the Arcana?
I would be coming back every night.
See, I would say we're getting into the evening hours, so you might be back now. And I would say, Zareth, you were reading a book.
Yes, I was.
So basically what you're trying to deal with is the Book of Cantrips, right?
Yes, it was.
And our ideal about this book was to kind of give Zareth a little bit more trust in magic. So what I would like for you... Yes, no? Do you agree or disagree?
Yes. No, it was like that, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when we brought it up, it was basically to make him comfortable with, like, magical items. Especially that ring that you never put to use. So what I would like for you to do, since you're allowing me to impose this fear on you, roll me an intelligence check to see how well you absorb the material in this book. You still have a faint fear of magic. Like, even these cantrips, as light as they are, it's like, I don't know if I can fully trust this. If it does something, you still got that distrust. But, it still comes down to you whether or not you're actually going to use magical items. I'd say, like, a magic plus one weapon, you don't have a problem with that. But if it does something that's obvious, kind of like the ethereal dagger when it disappears, you might have reserves on using it, but still doesn't mean I'm going to impose. I know you did. I'm not going to impose anything on you because this is just basically you experimenting on whether or not you want to use the items. But if you're going to leave the ideal that you're afraid to do these things and you're trying to overcome that fear, only then will I intercede like these checks. So,
Okay,
yeah, just to give you some mechanics to what you're trying to overcome. But you read the book. It's maybe you continue researching it a little bit more later on, but for now it's like you tapped into it and you just haven't got a good grasp of what you're trying to pick up from it. But you all start to gather back into this place. I suppose Leslin's following you guys in just so he can come in and have a drink and all that good stuff, or...
Yeah, I need a drink after that.
So, and Riley's out there greeting you guys as you come in, and hey, Leslin, welcome back.
Thanks, Riley.
Come.
It's Jubilee night. Get your ass home.
Oh, I was
You
here
have
helping you
family,
drink.
right?
I was here helping you drink your wine. I'm sorry.
Hey, I mean, don't take that the wrong way, but dude's got some family, I'd assume.
Let me ask. Let me see.
Yeah.
I don't
He
know.
should have had the whole damn day off.
Yeah.
Like paid holiday, like shit.
Well, he took one of the bottles and he walks out. I was just heading home. I just wanted to come by and grab this, and he walks out with a bottle. But yeah,
Drink responsibly.
I'm not gonna make him work Jubilee. What kind of monster do you think we are?
it is Jubilee Eve, folks. All right, so
Come on.
all right, so we got a couple of major events out of the way. Let's see what else we got on the list. I think right now, like, there's been talk about the bakery and the smithy. Are we going to act on those, or do you want to just put that off for a little bit longer, or?
I mean, that would have been something to put together in the work shed, just from something to go do.
Yeah. Well, I think in this case here, if you're all ready, we can pass out our gifts. I will have, to see who goes first, move your tokens onto the map if you're not already there, and roll initiative. And everybody can hate me for who got who after this.
I just want to see if my sheet's right.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm gonna be honest. I am sorry for who I got.
Yeah.
I didn't really know.
Yeah.
Oh damn, I'm not first.
Alright.
Oh.
So how are we looking here?
There's
Don't
a
you
tie.
require Dex tonight?
There's no dex to this.
I mean, I've got Oscar on first.
Alright, so
on
either
base here.
yeah, I sorted Oscar's on top, but if you want Sydney to go first, I mean it's up to you.
Screw it, I'll go first.
You go first? Alright, so each of you kind of pull out your assorted packages of whatever. Oscar, tell us what your package looks like.
Well, if they're still in the package, it's a medium-sized box
Mm-hmm.
that actually does, rattle, and I will hand it over to Lucilin.
Alright, Lucilin, you got this nice looking box in front of you.
I just arc my eyebrow at this box. It's the box. It's what I always wanted.
Hey, he apologized ahead of time. That's all you're getting is a box. I'm sorry. No, just kidding.
It's a very pretty box.
Yeah, it's got a gift wrapping around it. It's got
I forget
stuff.
how you humans here in the city wear it. You put it on your head, yes?
I'll open
Yes,
it.
exactly that. Please demonstrate.
Lucilla is smiling, obviously just taking the piss out of me.
Yeah, I can see this.
No, I know how to do this, and I just carefully open up the box.
Alright, so
Inside is a quiver of bolts.
Oh, bolts. How pointy and fancy.
Why don't you pull one out and look at it?
All right, pull one out.
And if you pull one out, they're a reddish tint, and they are imbued with fire magic. And on contact, do 1d6.
Like I said, fancy. And I just
don't
we'll
shoot it
have
in the house.
marshmallows.
do we have marshmallows?
I looked at Cindy. I looked at Cindy.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of a marshmallow?
I'm done.
What?
I have not. What is a marshmallow made? I have.
Yeah, does one have marshmallows?
She just rolled an intelligence check of 3 or 4. No, she doesn't have a fucking clue.
I'm asking you.
There are marshmallows, yes. I mean, does she know? She might have used them, but she doesn't know the actual name, I
You
guess.
would think with as much pastries that she's bought, that
You made Rice
marshmallow
Krispie
would've
treats,
come.
She
right?
doesn't know it's a marshmallow. It's
No,
the
I didn't
sticky,
make-
gooey,
It's this
like,
white goo that she...
sugar center.
Yeah, it's like powdered sugar to her, I guess. I don't know.
Wait here, and I'm just gonna go look in their kitchen really quick to see if they have any.
Make an investigation check, because this is something I'm not sure they got. We'll see how this goes.
Can I help?
Sure, why not? We're here to have fun today. Wow, nice. Matter of fact, you find 3 bags in the pantry. What the hell?
Hell yeah! I take
Because we
it.
let Cindy run the damn kitchen.
I imagine that when I fiddle with the bolt, it kind of is a little.
Yeah, it gives off a little flair to it. So
I
if you-
stick a marshmallow on the end.
the enchantment in that particular boat ignites. The marshmallow becomes
Aw.
crispy, and got that nice burnt crisp as if it's been over a fire for a little bit. So you got a cooked marshmallow.
Also, they automatically use when you use the bolt.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. And just so you know, when the crossbow bolt gets used, they revert to normal bolts. But before they are used, they are also +1. But, you know, like if you go around and pick them up, it's going to be just a regular bolt after that. And
All right, well, that was a little lackluster. I was not expecting that to happen, but then again, I'm not the best at magic. However, at which point I just pull out regular crossbow bolts and start sticking marshmallows in them and putting them against the fire.
There you go. And you got 19 more of these left in that quiver.
Fair enough.
Alright. And there goes the first gift.
Christmas is gone to the dogs.
And now, next on our Jubilee list is Sydney.
I go ahead, walk up nervously to Oscar, and present him a misshapen box that's made out of wood, that's splinters everywhere. I say, this was supposed to have your gift in it, but it turned out well, so I had to get a professional one, and I give the wooden box, say, but there's a treat inside, which is not your gift, but if you want to open it.
Yeah, I'm going to open it.
Okay, now to see how well did I make this treat.
You don't... Well, okay, you did a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
really
still...
good.
Sorry, you know, there's...
Cinnamon.
You don't have to roll for
Cinnamon.
everything, but yeah. And
Yeah,
then
but still,
tell us what else he's got. He's got this wooden case, right? What is it?
And then here is a actual fine case with a bow on it.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go. That's your actual gift, Oscar.
And then,
Thank you, and thank you for the treat.
And the
Yeah.
bow is actually rainbow colored.
Yes.
I'll open the second one.
Inside, you find a scroll. And a
This-
note.
I'll start
right?
to read it.
The note. Shoot, the note.
I mean, I got it written here. If you want to go ahead and do it, I'm just...
I can't find the note.
It says sign your... Let's see, what is this? Just says sign you're truly bestest chef.
Oh, yeah.
And then the spell scroll is a spell scroll of comprehend languages. Another ritual spell you can add to your collection if you haven't
Yes. Thank you.
got. There you go.
Thank you very much.
So we can get out of sticky situations if it's language-wise. Yeah.
All right. Another gift down. We come to Sarah.
I walk up to Cindy and give her a plain wooden box about 4 feet long and a feet wide.
Oh. Well, thank you.
What you? Sorry, what was that?
Thank you, Zara. Whatever this is. And I open it.
You want to tell
So,
them what they say?
what-
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
By all means.
What you see is a scimitar with an odd-colored blade. It is bluish at the top, and the closer you get to the handle, it gets more golden. At the bottom of the blade, you have a golden dragon scale, one on each side. The handguard is inlaid with a sun pattern, and the blade is placed outside of its sheath. The sheath itself has a dragon emblem inlaid into it, and if you go to the Timor loot channel, I'll drop you an image.
Ooh.
And just so that you know, this scimitar will crit on a 19 or 20 due to its razor wavy edges. So it's got a keen blade on it.
Ah. Thank you, Zara. I give him a big, warm hug.
I don't hug back. And I
You're
look-
like,
look,
Very uncomfortable.
Okay, I
Give it
can
a
see
good
that.
squish.
I get squished against armor. Great.
I don't think she's in her armor. I mean, everybody's in like robes
Yeah.
or something, right? You're all relaxing. Lizlin.
I mean, Lucian and Borden just got home from a bit of a thing. Tizzy and so did Cindy.
Well, I figured
You're so tired, Sparkle. You're good.
We're not playing Chubby Bunny, I swear to God.
And do you need some rum with that?
Oh,
I see if I can find a bottle of rum.
I just swallow a mouthful of marshmallows, my character's before holding out a rather beautifully wrapped, like, I obviously got this wrapped in the rich district of the city, just large box, and I place it on Borden's lap.
I'm gonna take a second to actually appreciate this box because I've seen enough, like crap wrappings and have done enough crap wrappings of my own.
I spent like a gold on this paper, by the way, like the paper wrap.
Yeah, that's a fair
And
amount.
I can appreciate that. And, Borden's not a ripper. I'm gonna, carefully unfurl and, unwrap the package here.
As you unwrap it, you would find a dress box that says Lady Lena's Ludicrous Sundry on it.
A dress box?
Yes, a dress box. It's pretty big, though.
Okay.
I saw this and thought of, I saw this and thought of you.
Fell out of character for a minute there.
I don't know if I want to open it. I'll open it, though.
Alright. As you open up the box, instead of some fancy, dandy dress, instead you would find this beautiful, and I mean beautiful, set of armor. It has the symbol of Kazuya at the chest piece, just kind of triumphantly there, and the metal just a magnificent. Unless I forgot,
what do you need?
I do believe it's a set of splint armor.
Yep, you got splint plate with an emblem of Kazi engraved on the front.
To go ahead and drag that one in. And I have 2 sets of armor I don't wear.
Well, the splint plate should boost you a little, shouldn't it?
I do suggest trying it on.
I'm currently wearing a, sort of crap set of splint armor we picked up somewhere, God knows.
No, if it's the same thing, then trust me, this either might be a little bit more fun.
This one's better.
Oh, absolutely.
It's already better.
Alright, so are you donning it?
I mean, it's going to take some time to doff my current armor
I'll
and don it.
assist.
Yeah. So
Trust me, I look excited about it.
Yeah. So you get your old splint plate off, and he helps you into the new split. And yes, sir, you can find rum pretty easy. I'm pretty sure your cellar's stocked. And you are now dressed in your new split mail with the emblem of Kazuya. And
I would encourage you to press the symbol and say a little prayer.
I'll do so.
as you do so, there's a soft burst of air that floats around you. And this armor will allow you to create sensory projections using the air, such as billowing cloaks, rustling leaves, or shedding shutters.
Interesting. So it's a wind-based thaumaturgy, more or less?
Yeah. We thought of you when we made it. And yeah, it sounds fun.
Your dad and I had quite a fun time picking this out for you. He knows you better than I think anyone.
Being a fair hand with Smith's tools, I could admire the work. Magnificent.
Such a fine fit. And then we come to Borden.
Got that jotted in. And yeah, I'm going to offer the handshake and pat on the back style hug, because you're still relatively new. I'm not going to be overly familiar, but
Yep. Now it is your turn to give.
I will. I'll assume I've already brought it down, but it's kind of a rough box. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a woodworker, and I'm going to walk up to Zareth and present this, somewhat rough-looking wooden box.
I place my rum down, take the box, and say thank you. I'm going to give the box a quick look over
Make an
before
investigation
I
check.
open it.
Make an investigation check.
Are you looking for traps?
I swear to God, if he's looking for traps, I'm gonna shit fury.
It
A
is.
giant blade shoots
It is-
into your face.
It is locked and trapped. What do you want to do?
Brilliant.
Shove it up your ass, Star. It is not trapped.
It's not locked or trapped. I'm just making that shit up. But you're being very careful. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's just a misshapen box that Borden didn't make a good job of. But what's inside? must
It's rough
actually
hewn. Like, come on.
Yeah. I was gonna let him roll, dude.
I open the box.
And
Alright. For sake of argument, I'm assuming I could have got this out and back. Yeah.
huh? You can tell him what you made him.
But I got it out and back, to our short friend. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
the only
let's
thing
go
we
ahead.
didn't touch on.
Well, I will say for the sake of brevity, yeah, we can do that. So it will be imbued with the enchantment.
Say, you asked me to make you a sword. And
Yes.
then I just happened to pull your name out of the hat. And a few days at the smithy, day or two out, getting it over to our, what is it?
Halfling friend?
Not his
Reserved.
name.
Reserved.
Reserved, yeah. It's Reginald and Reserved, and it always screws me up.
Yeah, because we also have a razor in our group. I don't know if he...
Yeah, we also have a
includes
razor.
the- But anyway, yeah. Sorry.
I was almost worried it wouldn't come back in time, but... And... The blade... What do we determine the blade was? Mithril?
Yes. It's made out of mithril,
Yeah.
so a mithril short sword.
It does have the +1 property imbued. And then, if you press the button just on the opposite side of the handle there, the dagger will pop out. Unfortunately, I was not able to get it, curved correctly. But I think you'll find it has a rather keen edge.
And this mithril dagger will also mean you can crit on a 19 or 20.
Lovely. I'm gonna pop the dagger out and inspect it.
Very keen, very nice. And he put money into the materials, depending, because, I don't even know if you were going to pay in on the materials, but he put some nice materials into this, and it's become your gift as well.
Yes, I said that I would.
You're
help
not
out
paying
with
in on
the cost
materials.
for-
You're not going to, because he got it. He got it for you. He got you the best materials you can get for this thing. And if you paid for materials, go ahead and take it back.
Thank you, Lord. This is really well done. I've never seen a blade that is so well balanced.
So I'd be careful waving it about. About took one of my hands off when I fumbled it a little bit.
Question about his weapon. It popped out of the weapon, or it like shrinks down?
It popped out.
The dagger and the blade are sort of mated together, and you press like a release button, and the dagger doesn't spring, but comes loose, so you can have both weapons out.
Yeah, he just basically has a hidden dagger in his sword, and then he pops the dagger out. He's two-handed now. It's for dual wield. Don't worry about it.
You just see me comparing the spent firebolt and one of the active ones. Just looking at them curiously.
Yep, you guys have all of your gifts. Everybody's traded, and we are pretty much down to the midnight hour of Jubilee about to approach.
I'm going to just be sitting in front of the fire, blessing new Sun Dragon blade I got. The name given. Or was it given a name when I received it?
Whatever you want to call it.
Doesn't have a name.
Okay, Sun Dragon blade. And I'll be blessing for an hour to make that my new pact weapon.
Alright.
Look to Oscar. Did you make these yourself, or did you acquire them somewhere?
Fortunately, I wasn't able to. Enchantment has become very difficult for me. I got my teacher to make these.
I understand. Well, I might give a try to see if I could figure out how to do this. I can make the bolts, but this is just another level of mastery that I wish I could. The gift may be material, but it may have more meaning than you might think. I do appreciate.
Yes, I didn't want to replace that bow that you had for so long.
Understandable. I'm not exactly keen on getting rid of the old.
Is there anything else you guys want to go over while we're kind of getting ready for the next scenario?
Just making a good dinner for everyone of ham and stuff.
Nice.
So, guys, I have been thinking I would like to set up a laboratory somewhere around the house. Preferably in, if possible, because...
We have the basement,
Yeah.
because if I, get an anvil and a small, furnace, I'm taking that outside. You don't want to hear that,
I don't think you want to have the house smell like acid.
Smell like a
poison
smithy.
And
Well, you can always put a ventilation system in.
Yeah,
We can always install the door to the basement. Oh, it's not.
Yeah, we could put a bloody door on the thing.
Might be an ideal. Might keep sound from
that
getting out.
widen so out.
Might keep sound out.
Personally, I kind of wanted to have the smithy in the basement, so then the floor heat will blow up into the oven, so then the oven could always be hot.
Really, really bad idea. Trust me, any cookies made over a forging fire are going to taste like ass.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Burnt metal only tastes so good, and it's not.
No, just the heat, like the heated up rock. Like it's gonna vent up, and then it's gonna be stone.
Yes, but all that smoke and that's all got to go somewhere.
The smoke is gonna
Quit
go
making
outside.
it complicated. Quit it. Stop. Stop.
It's not going to work.
You want to bap you on the nose? Quit it. Alright, now, let's chill on that. We'll figure that out later. Like, the mechanics of how it works is one thing. We can deal with that some other way. But, yeah. Everything can get a vent. I don't care. Anyway, so, making this nice meal. I do believe you have something else on you, right, Cindy?
Cooking utensils, or what do you mean?
Some tokens. Or
Oh, yeah,
were you just holding on to those?
Yeah, the D6s you're talking about?
Yeah, you're holding on to those?
Yeah,
Alright, I just
Yeah.
had them written down. I just kind of remember that. Alright, never
yeah,
mind.
just on person.
Anyway. I was thinking that maybe... Well, if there's anything else you guys want to do before you turn in, or if you want to stay up, what's the situation with you guys?
Lace cookies with arsenic.
Yes,
You're gonna
yes.
see Oscar laying down,
Yes or
throwing
no?
marshmallows up in the air against a flying pseudo dragon now.
Ooh, there you go. Monty is now a pseudo dragon. Are you really lacing him with arsenic?
Hey, boy, look! You're wyvern egg hatch.
It's not a wyvern.
What is it?
It's not familiar.
Wasn't that like a tiny black snake?
I can change its form as well.
Changes?
Yes.
That's cool.
Wow.
Wait, how is the egg? The wyvern.
I've not been informed that I've seen any changes in it, so I'm not.
No, you want to take a look at it? Where are you keeping
I mean, it'd be something I'd check in on while I'm at home, just make sure it's not,
it? Yeah, why don't we,
scorched on one side or anything crazy.
yeah, make just a perception check on it. Yeah, that thing's solid as a rock. It hasn't done anything since you left.
Yeah. Put some blankets on to it. There we go. It's gonna be fine.
Alright, so... Anything? Yeah.
Oscar, what have you been up to at the Arcana this past week?
Been trying to master enchantment, and in doing so, I've become an initiate of the Arcana.
Oh.
So, how is that coming along?
Slowly, but as soon as I'm able to begin enchanting, I'll have membership to the Arcana, or so I'm told.
Is it the same one that it's our town from the one guy who can't use magic?
No, this one is a college for mages in another continent.
Oh. Of course, I've been trying to help him learn the light cantrip spell this week.
Yeah, I believe we met you here, so. Or where I'm going to learn enchantment.
I was gonna poke fun. He's all fancy getting schooling, in a whole different continent.
First, I want to try to get some schooling from the one coloring school at Jubilee Cove. If possible.
What you're gonna do there?
Coloring school.
I would say those academies in the Elven Forest were separate from the Arcana, though many of the elves have also made their way up there who have excelled in magery.
Fair enough.
The Veil of Valor Northwestern in Tynak is one that I was talking of.
Alright. Yeah, if you guys want to keep having conversations, I mean, I'm not in no hurry to go through the night, but whenever you're ready to get to the end of the night, let me know.
And thanks again, Seraph. This is a wonderful blade. Shines so radiant.
Yeah, I thought you would like it, and I didn't really use those 3 dragon skills I had anyway.
Very pretty. Oh yeah, it's only crit on 19 or 20, correct? Nothing else?
Yeah, it's not enchanted.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just a king.
That was a pretty expensive blade, man.
Yeah, I know. I want to make sure.
Gave it the king.
Yes.
Oscar, I may not be the most learned of magic practitioners. In fact, I don't have a high capability for it. But if you ever want to talk a bit of shop when it comes to arcane matters, I'm willing to lend an ear at the very least. They can bounce off some ideas off of me. I attended schooling for that for a while. Some of it stuck, some of it didn't. Just putting that out there.
Yes, thank you very much. I may require some assistance in conquering this enchantment.
I'll help as best I can. I have some understandings, but I'm no master by no means. You don't get kicked out for being a master.
So,
Don't you
a
already?
stupid idea, but if you were to carve those runes and things that you do regular when we're out into the blade itself, would that help?
I suppose.
Using the runes as like an anchor for the magic to latch onto.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that.
From my understanding, it's a little more complicated than that, but it's certainly a first step.
But don't you already enchant your arrows?
It's more of a temporary enchantment than a permanent one.
So basically, you just, metaphorically speaking, you just dip it in a barrel of water and then shoot it.
That's the way to put it, yeah. Imagine the magic being the barrel of water, and I just make like a sort of gesture with a hand. And then I get a crossbow and just pull it through like that sort of gesture I did. And then the bolt goes through the water and impacts something. And then as soon as it impacts, that sort of magic it was carrying with it disappears.
So, then, and if you were to do all that and then not use the bolt, would it stick?
I don't understand what you asked. What bolts? The one Oscar gave me, or just normal one?
No, the normal ones that you carried around is normal.
It's an instantaneous thing. I cannot make the magic stick, unfortunately. That requires a lot of time, a lot more time than just an instant.
So you don't enchant, you cast from the arrow that you recently have fired.
Yes, that's a way to put it. Yeah, the bolts are the delivery mechanism, which technically is, I would think, is how these bolts work. Seeing as I tested it on the mosh, just it's more complex. This the enchantment. It's easy to do something in an instant. To make it stick is time intensive, I imagine. You would not believe how long it took for me to fiddle with my cross. This is assuming I enchanted it myself, DM, and if I did, I imagine it took me years.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
That is so cute.
You just
Groucho's just
talk.
being obnoxious.
Yeah, I
Love her
know.
to death, but she's obnoxious.
It's fine. It's fine. What were you saying there, Lucen? You might need to know something.
Oh, I just said, I'm assuming that my character enchanted his own crossbow, and if he did, it took years of enchanting it.
Yeah, sure, we can go with that.
Like a good 30 years, maybe, just because.
Yeah, you've been fighting, like, especially enchanted parts or something along the way, and eventually got it to, like, what, a +1 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
For
look at it.
example, this old girl took me quite a bit of my life to enchant.
For the sake of mechanics, like, whenever you do start, like, dungeon diving or finding treasure, there might be parts of a crossbow that you will come across. We will have, like, a grip. The actual string might be enchanted. You know, there'll be, like, parts like that, but I will never replace the entire bow. I will add things to give you a better enchantment if they come along.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just explaining them because they're curious about enchantment, it seems. So he's
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of giving them a
absolutely.
little bit of.
Not a problem. I'm not trying to get in that conversation, and I'm thinking
No, I
about
was
you, though.
just-
I am thinking about you, though.
I was just trying to make stuff understandable in terms for Zareth.
Yeah, and Lucille is more than fine with explaining. But in any case, I should probably turn in for the night. It's been a pleasure spending Jubilee with y'all. I gotta get home.
Sure.
Hope you make it home safe.
Safe as you can be in this city. I'll manage.
Alright, so you're going to be heading out. Anything anybody else wants to do before we move on?
I grab a bag of marshmallows before I leave.
You now have only
I-
one bag left.
I will try one marshmallow.
You know what a marshmallow tastes like. I ain't got to tell you.
Yes.
I'll throw another one in my tea.
Alright, so as you're starting to walk out, Lucelyn, what is it, Sarah?
I want to go to the basement to give my new blade a spin.
Sure. Alright, so as Lucelyn, like, opens the door, you hear ching, 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 and a little loud growl in the air, like, roar! And you hear the sounds of what sounds like a red dragon approaching the area.
Right, I'm not stupid. I'm closing that door. Guess I'm staying.
I'm going to put up my hood of elven kind.
I
Okay.
thought you guys were joking around that said the dragon really come.
Going to
Well,
look
guess
through
we
Monty.
were wrong. Here it is now.
Shing, 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 shing.
Going to look through Monty's eyes and get him to go outside.
Alright, so Monty's going up in the air. Make a perception check as Monty. I think he's got a... I think I can get you a pseudo dragon. Hold on. Archived. What's in there? Nope, that's not it.
Perception +3, so 1d20 +3.
Yeah. You see a big red shape in the air. It seems to be landed on a house. And you can't quite make it out, but it's not doing anything aggressive. It's just on top of this house. A little bit of time passes, and then whatever figure was there, it jumps back into a sled or something that's tied to it, and it goes to the next house, and it's starting to make periodic, like, quick leaps to the next house and next house and next house.
I think the beast is gone.
No, it's coming towards your building.
Oh.
We need insight that I think it's gone.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. Insight is no.
No, if I can see that it's coming to our house, and yeah, everyone get prepared.
Oh my goodness.
I look to Sydney. Quick, You got any cookies?
Should I poison them or something? What do
No,
I do
no, no.
then?
Just get the cookies out, just in case.
Do I have cookies? Do I have cookies?
Jubilee night. A roar could be heard atop of the roof. Thunderous claws clang, and down comes some soot. From the darkness within, a jolly man appears, and before you, you see a red figure, cheeky roses, and he's got the Santa hat like, and he's looking at you guys with open eyes and smile beaming on his face. Dressed in red and full of jubilee cheer. A present he presents, one for you and me. Presents we get for being true and free. And he kind of like sees that you're all up, and he passes out this small little case, and he hands it to each of you. Gives you five small cases, and just hands them out to you. With a wiggle of his nose and a wiggle of his chinny chin, his long white beard bellows as his cheek shimmers with a grin.
So you don't feed your dragon children?
He shakes his head no at you. All the candles still lit for the night. He takes up the cookies. You hand him the cookies, right?
I don't know if I made cookies.
I have a question. Can I talk while my face is surprised for the next 10 minutes?
Yes, you can talk. Just your deceptions or persuasions will be off.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, what do you want to say?
Or nothing, actually. Nothing.
Well, don't say you're going to say something and not say anything.
No, that was just a mechanic
Okay.
question.
Yeah, so all the candles still lit for the night. He takes up the cookies. You better give him some. You better go look.
I don't cook cookies. I always have other stuff.
Like, he's not even saying a word, but he points at his stand and says he needs something.
I give him the bag of marshmallows.
Yeah,
I give him two.
I cast prestidigitation to make the marshmallows taste like cookies.
Perfect. Sounds great. He looks at the bags and he kind of nods gently, and then he kind of turns around, and I'm just kind of reading my little poem I wrote before we got started. He takes up the marshmallows and then takes flight. Up to the roof you hear claws click. Give me my cookies or I quit this shit. A dragon's voice booms and speaks of ill and doom. But Jubilee hands over the marshmallows. It takes a bite. Taste it. Tastes like cookies, but it's kind of chewy. And then it is soothed. With a thud on the roof, once more with pose, a giant red dragon rises up from above. Hear me now and hear me with intent. Forget my cookies, you all be dismissed. With a herald of a warning and a sneer to his face, Jubilee chuckles, continuing his race. Across all nations and off the divide, happy Jubilee, happy Yuletide. And each of you have picked up a ring. And this is what I wrote down a list. And I want you all to roll initiative to see who gets what. And you may trade these. But let's see
Miss
what...
Cindy, make cookies from now on, please.
I don't like cookies.
How do you plan to have a bakery without cookies?
I have everything else except cookies.
Then you better start learning.
Donuts, flan.
That's a pretty
So
sad
you make
bakery.
the donuts, but not cookies.
Well, cookies are a very main staple of a bakery. Do not slack, or else somebody's going to come and have a word with you. All right. Let's see who gets what, shall we? Moving down for our Jubilee cheers. Seraph Drovson, you get a ring of the ram. Lucilin Yestris, you get a ring of swimming. Sydney, you get a ring of poison resistance. And Borden, you get a ring of code resistance. And Oscar, you get a ring of force resistance. And you may trade these with each other. It's just that this is the way he handed them out for you.
Do these require attunement?
Yes. Most of them do. I think you'll have to check the guide, but they're all in the book. Double check, make sure. But I'm pretty
May I
sure
ask
they are.
what the ram does? If I might.
You can look in the compendium. And you can pull
It-
these. Yep.
But in 60 feet, it summons a spectral ram that does 2d10 force damage,
Oh, that's cool.
and it
Oh.
requires attunement.
All right, which one of you doesn't know how to swim?
That is a good question. Who doesn't know?
I have a cloak that'll allow me to.
I try not to look at the dwarf. I try very hard.
The
But you
dwarf is
fail.
neither proficient with acrobatics or athletics.
Well, the rig of swimming gives you a swim speed of 40. So
Holy
you
shit, that's almost twice as fast as I move walking.
I know, right? You could be a wader through the water there. But
So, time you learn to start swimming in the air, then.
I would like, as you're just kind of enjoying your gifts from Jubilee, to make perception hearing checks to see if any of you identify the voice.
Yeah, I'll get on that.
Yeah, so everybody that rolled over 10 that has been to the retreat. Unfortunately, Luslin wouldn't actually be the one to know, but that was the voice of Crimzu, the very same who is tied to Ninny. Once a year,
Well, Ninny's dead.
no, once a year he has a pact. Once a year he has a pact with the good old saint. And for his services to whisk him from here to there, he offers up all the cookies that he was to take. So every Jubilee, he gets 1 day a year to roam across the world and spread his fear.
So, does Crimzu have a thing for marshmallows now?
I don't know about that, but you better have cookies next time or this house might get decimated.
There, it's Cindy.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. If anybody needs to use a restroom, get a drink, we'll go ahead and take about 5 minutes. And then we will probably go into the auction if you want to do any of that. So if there's any money you need to divide up between each other, you might want to do that before we get, into it. But we'll do all that. We'll do shop talk, and then we'll go into the auction. And you can tell me how you want to plan that auction out. All right?
Okay.
So, I take it you did want to swap rings there so I could actually swim.
But there you go, my friends. That's my holiday jubilee special, so to speak. A little bit early, but the timeline kind of made us go there.
Yes, and now I can actually train the dragon. Poison.
I hope you guys had
Still not letting you near the thing.
fun.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna get the find familiar cash for the son of my now. I think. Does that work
You
or no?
can't find familiar steal a wyvern. That doesn't work.
No, it does not work. Your
Oh,
fine
gee.
familiar can only be so big.
That, and if you stole my wyvern, I'd probably have to murder you on principle.
I would help with that.
Be the one time that Minerva wouldn't give a shit. Can I stab you? What the fuck were you thinking?
I never asked that. You
I know,
stopped before I could ask that.
She kind of got a clue that what you were about to ask. Maybe she knew what that weapon was. Who knows?
Yes.
Warlocks get a thing where they can, mind read at will, right?
Yeah. Kind of.
I didn't know what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
If she's a warlock, then this is gonna be a much better fight than I thought. Yay.
You think that now?
Yeah, just 2 spells that I have to be worried. Oh wait.
I love that the person who hates magic the most got the most magical ring.
I'm not happy with it.
Wait,
Fucking
what's yours?
trade it.
What is it?
The ring of the
I
ram.
was Ring of the Ram, so I was hoping to figure out what everyone got and see if there's something interesting in it?
It was basically a
Okay,
bunch
so-
of low-grade rings, but yeah.
Roll call on the rings. Who got what?
Ring of swimming.
So I was wanting to swap that for my ring of cold resistance.
Well,
Because
you
the
actually
other
want
one-
the ring of swimming?
I am not proficient in athletics or
What's the last
acrobatics in heavy armor and a dwarf.
Alright, well, I'll be right back.
You flaunt a ring of swimming in front of me, and I'm on that like sink on shit.
I'll make that trade.
Who got the fifth one? And what is it?
I got the ring of
Poison
poison
resistance.
resistance, which I kind of like.
Oh, hey, ring of swimming does not require an attunement slot. Hell yeah.
I kind of like the one I got, to be honest.
Well, I'm interested in the ring of poison resistance, but what does it do?
Gives you resistance to poison.
Yeah, and it requires attunement, so that's a no-go. Anyone wants that ring of the ram?
Unfortunately, I just have a attunement ring to trade.
I'm going to probably stick with force resistance unless anyone else needs it or wants it.
So these are all the rings that are available?
That's what we got.
Okay.
I'm curious, since the ring of swimming does not require attunement, and I already have one ring, I can just wear one ring on one hand and one on the other.
I
And
think
this
that's
way
how
I
I
have
how many-
stacking effects.
I mean, you
How
got
many
two
rings can you
fingers.
wear?
Theoretically, you can wear as many as you can cram on your fat little pudgy fingers.
Okay.
But I think DMs allow a limit of 2, maybe 1, depending on the dungeon.
Obviously, there are some, like you can't have 2 rings of protection.
Yeah, there's certain things that just won't stack.
You can't stack ring effects.
I think once you
I
get too many
think
magical
they'd be-
items, like it's supposed to do detrimental effects. Like you don't even get any of the benefits if you got too many items. But
I'm gonna be right back. I'm going to rush.
So, does anyone want that ring of the ram?
Shame Leo left. That ring of swimming might have saved his life.
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, if you're offering it, just offering it, I can take it. But if you want to trade, all I got is the ring of cold resistance now because I gave the swimming one to the.
Well, I will say this: you are also allowed to sell it if you want to just get your goat out of it. And you have your options. You can even sell it at the auction if you want. But that was like my little personal gift
well,
as Jubilee.
I was planning. Yeah, but I was planning on selling whatever I get. But I'm offering it. I don't bother with like.
Oh, no, I would rather
Yeah,
you guys
sorry.
offer first. But I'm just saying, if nobody wants it, just go ahead and throw it in the auction or throw it in
I
a
mean-
shop.
Yeah, I'll take it because I have free attunement slots for days right now.
Okay, just keep it then. I don't need the other ring then.
Writing in my notes, I owe Zeros one.
So with force resistance, I only take half damage from magic missile.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Magic missile. There's other spells that
Yeah.
have force damage.
Yeah.
Disintegrate.
That just was the first force, spell that popped in my head.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear you all seem to be happy with everything. Once
Give him the cold resistance. We're gonna strip him naked and shove him out the back door in the dead of winter. He'll just be pissed with us until morning.
Where are we shoving out?
Well, you've got the ring of cold resistance, so we're gonna, just strip you naked and shove you out the back door. So at least you didn't get a public indecency charge.
I'm an elf. You think that's the first time that's happened to me?
I don't know what kind of life your character lives.
I'm pretty
Apparently.
sure at some point in the army, my character got drunk, and that happened. No. I mean, I'm pretty sure it happened at least once a century. You don't know. You don't know me.
All right. Once we get Brett back here, we'll see about auction in the next morning.
And we're gonna flub a bunch of rolls for the demon armor, demon plate we're trying to sell.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, is there anything else you guys want to cover right after that visit from Jubilee?
Borden didn't notice what the dragon was, and frankly, he didn't much care. Like, this happens every year.
Yeah, and I'm just saying anybody else who did know could say that was Crimson.
This is still part of week 1, right?
Huh?
This is still part of week 1.
Yeah, it's at the end. So it's
Okay, yeah.
or maybe say 2 weeks, but yeah, I went ahead and wanted to get Jubilee out of the way.
Yeah, I don't got anything for week 1 then.
Yeah, we'll just say kind of extended all the way to Jubilee. So I mean, we're still gonna run other events that happen during the week, but it doesn't all have to be consistent. Like, you know, because I'm giving you your much needed downtime to research stuff, which I'm also going to give you more downtime to kind of get through the winter months a little bit, and then maybe we'll do the downtime this week, and then next week we'll probably try to plot some plot hooks and see if we can get back on the adventuring road a little bit.
So I'm just super psyched that I had all the people's Secret Santas right.
Yes, you're a psychic. Good job.
I just need to quit talking to him. That's what I need to do.
I mean, I had my, data point, and I really only needed, 1 or 2 other 90%. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to be. And then all the pieces just kind of fall into place, and safely project who's getting what.
Brett, are you back?
Who got who.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I've been waiting on you.
I'm back, sorry.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, you guys can figure out what you want to do with the rings. We can talk shop here in a little bit, but like I said, if there's anything you want to do on the same night that Jubilee just left, feel free to chime in. But if not, everybody manages to go home.
I'm just gonna give hot chocolate to everyone, give everyone a nice big warm hug.
Thank you.
Notice the still red cracks over my body. For whatever reason.
So yeah, you got your experience of Jubilee Day. Wasn't as bad as you thought it would be. Apparently you were a good girl. For the most part. Who
Yes.
knows? But yeah. As the night kind of winds down and Leslin makes his way home, uneventful, and you guys turn in for the night, a new week begins, and now we are set to do whatever we need to do to get through another week of downtime. So,
Woohoo!
yeah, if you guys want to, well, I think I'm going to make you re-roll initiative again, and we'll see what order. And I'll give you like an event to talk to NPCs like before. Also, a skill, stat, or whatever you want to work on, whatever your roles have been to try to get a certain skill. If you recently got a new skill, I'm going to say no to you on that. Like, well, the Alchemist Kit, I guess that was different. But like, if you're trying to learn a skill, if you learned one before, I don't think anybody did. So
Man, screw your guys and your 20-some odd initiatives.
Jesus Christ!
It won't be like that in combat.
Well,
Yeah.
get your decks on.
Get my dex on. Heavy armor says, like max dex bonus and shit. So I don't need a high dex. It's not gonna matter.
All right, starting with Leslie. What do you wish to accomplish in the next couple of weeks?
Well, first I would like to have a small little chat with these folks. You keep talking about, I want this workshop and I want this workshop. I just want to ask them a question.
Oh, by all means.
If you don't- Bolden, Zareth, Cindy, I've got some questions. All you've been talking about your little workshops, little projects. Uh, if you require my services in making furniture for such things, I would be more than glad to do that for you.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Maybe you can make a sign.
That's all if you all agree. Of course, I wouldn't want to go against the wishes of the majority here. It's just an option.
You're dropping.
I'm what?
For the sake of argument, I don't think anyone's gonna have an issue with you offering assistance. I don't know why we would in the first place. Like, no, screw you, dude. I don't want that.
Alright, so if you're all agreeing, DM, I would like to spend half of my, downtime just helping these people set up their respective workshops. If that's fine.
Yeah, you can insist in getting certain furniture for them made. We'll need to do woodworking checks, and we'll have to still buy material to use, and we will... Like, if it's wood related, I would say you can get the materials for half price to get... because you'll be doing the work to make it, but it's still going to cost. But it will definitely lower the cost, so...
Yeah, of course. That's the point right here. Just offering my handiwork.
Now, the
I'll
only...
go ahead and edit the party fund, by the way. We can all have the same
Yeah.
amount as last week.
So, on
Just
another
nip
note...
that line.
On another note, though, like, as far as this building it goes, your tool checks when it comes up will determine what tier this item is. So, you want to roll high if you can. Because if it rolls crap, it's tier 1. If it rolls medium range, it's tier 2, and then tier 3. These guys are familiar with the tiers. So, you want to get that good quality furniture to get any kind of, like, room bonuses or anything. Or, like, a bonus towards whatever might be.
So below 7 first tier, above 4.
I'll
between
pick,
7 and 14,
I'll pick it
tier.
up. Don't get too technical on me. I'm just telling you basically how I'm going to do it.
We'll do the rolls later or now?
I would say when they actually solidify actually doing it, because right now they're still in the talking stages, and I just need them to finally go through with it.
Alright, fair enough. Just know that you have someone that knows how to make this stuff, or knows people that knows how to make it.
I mean, there's
To
still
the party, that is.
there's still a lot of stone crafting that needs to happen for the smith to make the furnace, and then
And the
metalworking.
ventilation system.
Yeah. So it's going to be kind of spread out between multiple crafts, but like certain things that woodworking would efficiently help out with, like a bench or something, like a leatherworking bench or something, to help him out on that end or whatever. It's something you can do, but like I said, not all of it's going to be doable with your woodworking, because you might be able to make a table for Sydney, but you can't make the stove because it has to be cast iron and stuff like that.
I understand.
All right.
Yeah. Alright.
I mean, still,
I would also like to...
Go ahead.
Please go ahead, my apologies.
No, I was just gonna say, like, anything you do make will add like a bonus of some sort if it turns out really good. So there's always that. So yeah.
Alright, can I keep working on my history lessons?
You may, yes. How many successes did you have before? 2?
I think it was 1 or 2. I don't quite...
Both he and I were at 2. And then
Everybody
we
had 2 except for me.
Alright, so the DC is set. And what did I have you roll before? Intelligence or history itself?
I think it was history itself.
Alright, go ahead and roll history check. And you'll get 3 rolls, but the DC will increase if you don't make it. Okay, that is a fail. DC's gone up, but go ahead and roll again.
Well, shouldn't they be like fail stacks?
Yeah, well, it's failing forward, so one more. Fortunately, I mean, you're just basically reading all the old information that you already knew. It started out at 16, in case you're wondering, and it went up by 2 after that. So, yeah. Spent time hitting the books, but seems like these books have the same information that you read last time, so you're not learning anything new to help you with your furthering history. So, sorry about that.
Ah, fair enough. That's where the dice are.
Yeah, that was a bad. Trust me, I know exactly how them dice like me. So yeah, anything else you want to set up event-wise? Like, I know you talked to these guys, but still kind of open up here. If there's anything else you're thinking you might be doing within the two or 3 weeks that we're going to go from here.
Don't got much, honestly. My character's just pretty much getting ready for when these folks decide, all right, let's go. I hit.
All right. So if nothing else for you, I will go to Cindy.
Okay. Well, I'd like to try to learn defensive duelist by trying to defend against Seraph attacks, maybe,
I mean,
as a feat.
As in, you want me to straight out attack you?
And me try to
Or you
defend
want
it.
to play tag?
Straight out attack me and I try to defend the blade. Try to parry them.
yeah, so when you are wielding a finesse weapon with which you are proficient, and another creature hits you with a melee attack, you can use a reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your AC for that attack, potentially causing the attack to miss you. Since this is a feat, the DC is going to start a little bit higher than the other skills. So, I want a dexterity check.
Do I need to make attack rolls?
No,
or
you
how
do
are
not.
we gonna do this?
No, I mean, you
Okay.
may be assisting in the process, but no, she still has to make all the rolls.
The inspiration you gave us, can this apply to this?
Well, yes, it can.
We have inspiration.
Oh, yes.
Everyone got just inspiration for
Would you like
Christmas
to
as well.
reuse an inspiration to roll one of yours over?
I mean, sure. I didn't know we had that.
Yeah, it should be marked on your table there, and I apologize if I didn't mention
I
it.
was wondering. I'm like, did I accidentally click that? So I clicked it. But
Oh,
yeah,
no.
if
No, it was given. I'll let you re-roll the first one.
I'm still gonna fail. Oh,
Oh.
7.
Go ahead and mark that proficiency learned in.
All right.
Now, Cindy, do you want
You're
that?
a big
you want-
kid now.
Do you want to use your
Yeah,
inspiration
D6.
on that one, or
Yeah.
no? You just re-roll. You just re-roll.
Oh, I thought.
This inspiration's DM inspiration. You just re-roll your die.
Nah, fine. Okay.
Can I cheat and start casting guidance on people?
Okay.
Not for this. Still a fail. So you're one fail. DC's gone up.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me
Okay.
another one. That is a success. Now give me one more roll.
Can I add my regular inspiration that I bought? or-
Negative.
Yes, the 20.
2 successes. I will say 3 successes. Go ahead and give yourself the feat. Critical success. Apparently, Zerath was about to stab you right in the heart, and you just finally kicked in, and you managed to deflect the last blade, and you're like, I got it. So go ahead and give yourself the defensive duelist. Lucky son of a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
if you would have got a critical fail, I would put 2 fails on you. But good for you. Now, story-wise, is there any NPCs, any characters, any players, any body that catches your interest that you need to have a conversation with?
I'd like to try to finish up helping the mage learn the light spell, and then after that, I'd love to try to talk about the store.
Alright, so you go up to the Arcanum and talk to Razard. Let's go ahead and... What did I have you roll last time? Roll me intelligence checks, because he's a wizard.
Well, he's trying to be a wizard. He's not
Yeah.
doing so great.
Can I roll?
Poor guy.
Keep rolling. I'll give you 2 more.
Swear to
Is
God,
that-
if you pull another nut 20 out your ass, I'm gonna...
Don't worry, I have faith that you'll fail.
Yeah.
So, he's just destined to fail. You go and spend time with him every day, but every time you seem to be helping him, you're starting to think that maybe it's just him. I mean, he has a little bit of magic to him, but he's just trying too hard. But then again, you don't even have to try because you're a warlock, so what do you know?
Yeah.
Paladins have jobs. Warlocks have sugar daddies. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Illumina. Don't mess with
Sugar.
her.
Sugar mama. Same difference. And even Illumina's been slapping herself in the face a couple of times. But anyway, so Zareth, we come to you. What would you like to do for the next 2 weeks or so?
I would like to go for the feat observant.
Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be intelligence. So roll me 3 intelligence check. Before you start. Alright, I got the DC in mind. Go ahead. 1 success. 1 fail.
I would like to re-roll that.
Okay, go ahead and use your inspiration and reroll. 2 success.
Okay, last roll.
Holy shit, 3 successes. Go ahead and mark observant as a feat.
Copy
Yeah.
that. I use my 1 stat increasement point for wisdom.
Okay. I think that's what you're supposed to anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wisdom or intelligence, I believe.
Gotcha. Alright.
And he was just being observant while stabbing.
Yeah, he was observing all the spots
Yeah,
to
or
stab
watching rainfall and until I can see the individual raindrop.
you. Right. So you've been trying to keen your eyesight, try to get things down to the details exactly, you know, just keeping a good watch. Maybe even help Riley out with a couple watches, and you two just kind of maybe bullshit a couple of days on the porch, just pointing out what people are wearing, and he's like double checking you, making sure you got that right. He's like, oh yeah, you got it, and now you are observant. With that, is there any NPCs, players, or situations we need to go over? I believe we had one written down.
Yes.
Not right
Is
now.
Lucilin around?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, Lucy can be around.
How may I help you?
Well, I lost track of some friends. I would like to find them. I knew that they owned a place and that has been sold. I would like to snoop around for a bit, and an extra set of eyes might help.
Want me to keep lookout, is what you're saying.
Just some general information.
Oh, you want me to ask around?
As well.
I can do that, definitely.
So I guide him to the inn, give him a quick rundown of what's going on. So basically, this place has been sold about a month or 4 ago, and the previous owners just ran. The current guy who owns the bar doesn't know who the new owner is. He's just a front, and that's at the moment all I got.
Well, I mean, I don't got a guarantee that the law knows much about this, but I could ask some Well, let's just say every guard has a few dirty guards, if you understand what I'm.
Yeah, I know.
I'll ask
And
around.
and it was exactly that what I was hoping for. My own information sources are compromised at the moment. I'm not sure if they're reliable.
I'll ask around, but I'll be cautious. Don't want to get no guards killed, if you understand where I'm coming from. Besides,
Do, and be very careful. Something is going on here.
I understand. It'll take a little time, but I'll ask around. No worry. I got a favor or two I could probably call upon.
And if you need anything for it, let me know. I'll see if I can help out.
Sure, just I'll let you know if I need help.
Alright, so what's the process we're going to do to find out this information?
Well, I figure I just go around. I was serving the guard in the city a few times during the military. I know who the dirty ones are, or have a good suspicion of who the dirty guards are. I imagine. Is that safe to say?
Well, you can make insight checks whenever you want to look for one, yeah.
I just want to find the guards I know that might know something and see if they know anything. It's like,
Okay, so like people you're familiar with, right? Alright. To see how much they know, let me get an investigation from you to see if you can ask them the right questions.
Okay, not my best skill, but I'll give it.
Blame Zareth for sending you out. So with that investigation, let's see here. What do you know already? Like, just basically that this inn has been run by people he knows, but because
I'm not gonna drop Zareth's name at all.
Right.
I'm just gonna say. By the way, okay, let me just confirm this with Zareth, because is the tavern keeper new, or is he the same one?
He is new, and the tavern, well, the inn was previously run by twin sisters.
Alright, I'll just...
as far as I know, they just one day decided to sell the joint and ran.
I'll just ask around, because I just came into town just, a couple weeks ago. I'll just ask my contacts. Just came back. The twins, what happened to them? They were just charming company, and all of a sudden they're gone. Place doesn't feel the same. No one can.
What place are you talking about?
The inn Zareth is telling me about.
Well, I know, but there's a problem. Yeah, there's that one problem. I was like, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I'm assuming Zareth told me everything.
Yeah, we can assume that, huh, Zareth? No, but yeah, the Laughing Parrot was the name of the inn. And the guards are like, haven't really had many problems over there in that direction. Yeah, I heard it got turned over to new ownership. One of the ladies of the Noble District, she seems to be the owner now.
Ladies of the Noble District.
Well, at least one of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know how I feel about inn guys. If owner doesn't spend their time around, well, it doesn't feel the same. You know what I mean?
Well, I've heard they got decent service. I mean, of course, she's probably just milking it. There ain't no telling what she's up to, but...
Curious that nobles have interest in tavern work. Know which one exactly?
I think it was Lady Rissa.
Lady what? You cut out for me at the end.
Rissa, R-I-S-S-A.
Lady Rissa. Can't say it comes to mind at the moment. Well, at the very least, I guess it's in good hands. Just gonna miss those twins. Just gonna miss those twins. And I just kind of trail off at that point.
Yeah, that's about the most of the information they can give you.
All right, well, Kristen, you give this toy to your boy, and I hope he had a good juke.
Thank you. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was always freaky hearing that dragon roar as he comes through, but it was fun.
We almost didn't have cookies.
Oh, somebody needs to get a hold of your cook and tell him what's up.
Apparently she hates cookies. I don't understand that myself.
I don't get it. Well, I tell you, that's the one thing you don't forget on Jubilee.
Yeah, I thought they would be prepared, but what can you do? Hey, Case, see you around.
Alright, I'll take care. And with that, you make your exit. You have information. Yeah. What is Seraph doing now while he's doing this? Because this was your scenario.
I am going to try to find some of my old contacts.
And now I am being interrupted.
It was the contact. Oh no.
Yes. Speak. What?
You're on your phone right now?
I can't right now. I'm in the middle of a session.
I think they're at their phone at the...
I can't. I am streaming. You will have to wait.
It's a sending stone.
Yeah.
It's going to be about another hour, Dad.
Sorry, I stand corrected.
Jeez.
Sending stone by T-Mobile.
Yeah.
By Nokia.
Sorry about that. Keep telling them I'm busy, and they want me to run downtown. I'm like, come on now. Told you, this is my time.
No, we entertain ourselves, don't worry.
Yeah, but I don't want to lose track of what I'm doing here, because I got to think this all out here. Let's see here. So yeah, what is Sarah doing? Cause...
I want to go and visit some of my old contacts.
Let's see if you can find them first. Make an investigation. Takes you quite a while, even though you rolled so good. But like I said, most of the contacts that you knew fled, perhaps. They're no longer here, but there's just this one person who refuses to leave. You find an old man beggar on the south end of town, and you kind of recognize him from all the old tips he used to give.
I give him 10 gold pieces.
He counts it, and he's like, what do you need?
Well, you know the inn, the Laughing Parrot.
Yeah, what about it?
The twins' nerves.
Yeah?
4 months ago, they left and ran.
Yeah?
I want to know why.
Yeah,
Can you tell?
Have you seen that guy in the red robe?
Yes, and it didn't end well.
Yeah?
I managed to resolve that recently.
I've been hiding under the radar. I ain't got a clue. But you, and whoever else is involved, you guys left. He walks by, and then you just forget everything. Don't you? Forget old me. Forget all reason. Don't you? It's alright.
I give him another 5 gold pieces. That's
Yeah.
for the missed business.
Well, no problem there. I still get good panhandling here. This'll pay for some good meal tonight, that's for sure. What else you need?
Is there anything left of the old infrastructure? Just a couple of days ago, I got attacked by a new group.
Oh, that red guy. He taking everybody. He's either taking them in, or he's taking them out. Ain't nothing left of anybody anymore. These streets are gonna go wild if it's not careful.
Yeah, I had my suspicions. Any way I can contact you in the future?
No telling.
keep this short.
Maybe you'll find me down here again. Maybe you won't. Never know.
Sure thing, and thank you for your time and your info.
Yeah. Get out of here. Get out of here before you get me killed.
Okay, I slip up my Hood of Elvenkind stealth out.
Okay. Yeah, he's just... There you go, there's some information for you. Alright, is there anything else?
Yes, I would like to visit Ezred to deliver Borden's blade to him.
That's already been taken care
Yeah,
of.
we've already said that's been taken care of. Over the short and long of it, we went ahead and had it imbued.
So that blade is now that +2 and has the thunder.
Yep, you can add all
enchantment.
that. But it's only going to roll a short sword damage, so...
Yeah. No, okay. I thought it was only +1 in. It's the dagger that had the +1 enchantment.
No, the dagger is keen.
Yeah, it's just keen. It's nothing fancy.
Okay. No, that's it then.
Alright, and then we come to Oscar.
I'm going to try to finish my enchantment.
Alright, so let's see here. You were assisting with the enchantment, trying to learn and study, and I think we reduced the DC on that. So, I need an Arcana check from you. DC's been set. That is a pass. You are now at 2 passes. Go again. You are now proficient in enchanting. You finally get a spark of how to imbue items with certain magical essence. It takes a while, but if you had the time, you had the day, you're pretty sure that you could dedicate time to it. You can start enchanting cantrips, maybe level 1 spells to a certain extent. And, depending upon how things go, you might be able to improve on it as you go. You're also, your teacher, Esmeralda, who's been kind of like watching you, guiding you. She's impressed. She claps for your achievement as you finally enchant a ring, a protection. And she's like, very well, very good. And you earn your silver cord and become a member of the Mages of the Arcana.
So I was trying to enchant a dagger with message, not the...
Yeah, but she was constantly changing items up on you because it's like, okay, maybe you're not understanding. Let's try something simpler or different. So, in other words, you just made this ring, but you're not going to get to keep this. So, like, if you really want to make that dagger still, you'll be doing that on your off time. But you do have the ability to do it now. So the ring goes for payment to join the Arcana. So, but there you go. So yeah, she's just been kind of like changing up your angle so you can see different ways to do it, and the ring was part of it. But now you have a good understanding. So you can put in your feats that you know how to enchant items. And is there anything else you want to do? NPCs you want to talk to? People you want to have a conversation with?
I'd like to return home and, Lucilin seemed like he was at least mildly interested in enchantment, so I would try to go find him.
Well, easily enough. I think he's been dropping by every other day, check on you guys. Or he probably could have showed you where he worked. I don't know. Have you shown him where you live?
I would have left the directions to my home.
Yeah, so it's up to either one of you where you want to meet. I mean, I'm not going to pick for you. I mean, it's up to you guys.
I mean, if he's not at our house, I'll go to the location he left.
Alright. So
I'll probably be at home, probably finishing up some reading.
And with that, you head to his house, knock on the door.
Vanta, it's open. Open for business.
There you go.
Walk in.
You would enter into a not large by any means, but cozy enough home for about maybe a person, 2, if you really want to squeeze in. There seems to be a sort of makeshift, but well-crafted storefront at the entrance, and it just has random knickknacks like a bow or 2, some crossbow he's working at. It's obviously some sort of carpentry shop or something of the sort. Oh, Oscar, how may I help you?
Yes, I think I finally got this enchantment thing down, and you seemed interested into it. I was going to come here to offer you a way to get to the Arcana if you were interested in taking this up as well.
The Arcana. I appreciate it. Trust me. The thing is, I don't know if the Arcana would want a silly old elf like me around.
If you're sure, the offer will still stand.
I appreciate it. I am curious as how you got into that place exactly.
Our group has passed by it before, and I copied down the teleportation circle.
I see. Well, as I stated previously, I did study in my youth at some sort of magical academy. If you think they take arcane archers, I might be willing to enter, but again, it's what do you recommend?
I mean, if you're interested in enchantment, you can take this path, but I'm not going to force you into it.
Give me a little time to think about it. As you can understand, this could open up some forgotten memories. So just give me some time. But I appreciate it. Believe me.
Of course.
All right. Is there anything else there?
Not necessarily.
Anything else you need to achieve within these couple of weeks?
I would like to go and try to get some eggshells from the magic shop.
It's not that hard. Like, you can just go to a general shop, buy some eggs, crack them open, right?
Well, I need 2 different types.
What kind do you need?
2 different species of animals.
Alright, what do we need?
It doesn't. It's just 2 different species.
Oh,
Turkey and chicken would be perfectly fine for what I get.
sounds great. Yeah, let's do that. And I'll say it's a silver piece for what you need there.
Okay.
And today on D&D, Razor creates a chimera.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Woo! DNA testing with Oscar. Alright, so anything else there, Oscar?
No, I think that's about it, and I need to go talk with Borden and see if he can front me some money for materials to start learning comprehend languages.
I said everyone gets 300 gold
Well, oh yeah, I
for,
would
at
keep
least
that in
for
there.
endeavors for the first week.
Yeah, is that going to be
So
enough
yeah,
for you?
and I didn't use. Yeah, I only need 100.
Alright, well then go ahead and mark that off there. And with that, we come to board. Any stats we're working on, or?
I've got the animal handling I was trying to work in.
Oh, everybody's been having luck getting over that hill. Let's see, we had 2 successes, right?
Yeah, I was at 2 out of 3 needed successes.
Alright, so I have the DC. Go ahead and roll me animal handling. Boom. Done. Finish. Finne. I believe you said you were
Okay.
working with a stable hand, was it? And just kind of working with horses and cattle and just the livestock that's around there. You get
Yeah, because he trains the horses for riding and carriage and the dogs for riding and
exactly. So
protection.
like various creatures, he's like getting you to like, you know, this is how you get this creature to be patient with you. You know, you got to be patient with it. You know, basically going over the ways to suit the animal and kind of guide them and lead them. So you basically pretty much pick up on animal handling. So you managed to pick that up right away. Good job, everybody. You beat the DC of 18.
I am going to, now that it's, you know, at the end of the week, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you think this will work with a wyvern? and just look at his face as I walk away.
What? Hey, wait! You're going to go do that on a what? No, he's perhaps, because there is like wyvern training in like I think we kind of touched on it. Like, there's a lot of dragonborn who use wyverns or however you want to say it, for mounts up in the mountain regions of Timor. So,
Or one of the horses could have been ancient drag secret.
yeah. Apparently orcs ride them too. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, you have the animal handling ability, so we'll see how that goes. Anyone you want to talk to, have conversation with?
I didn't hear back from the badger, and the 24 hours elapsed. I would assume,
Yeah.
without issue, so to speak. But I wouldn't terribly mind dropping in.
Sure. So you go over and you're invited in. It's just her and the child. The badger is gone. He looks sad. He looks at you and says, "The badger disappeared."
Yeah, unfortunately, the little furry guys I pull out of that pouch don't stick around too long.
That's too bad.
Just the nature of the magic.
I was really getting used to him. But the wife looks... She looks okay, healthy. Like, she's not hurting or anything. But you could definitely make an insight check.
Yeah, no, all insight.
She's got what looks like worry now, more than anything. And she'll be like,
I'm gonna sort of try to talk over the kid's head, as rude as that is.
yeah.
I'll just tell you the Jubilee Eve turned out well.
Oh, yeah, quite well. Everything went fine. And you also see him playing with a wooden toy that he got from his dad, apparently. And she just kind of got her arms folded. Her eyes are kind of distant. He went out on a trip afterwards. Says he needs to go find himself because he doesn't... I guess he... Keep telling him winter months are going to be terrible to be hunting him, but I guess he went out anyway.
Well, it might not have been our place exactly, but we came across them there at the Broken Tusk,
Yeah.
and he decided to take offense to our concern about your health.
She kind of freezes up.
It seems that he came around after getting a little bit of sense knocked into him. Sorry about that.
Well, I just hope he'll be okay with whatever he's doing. He didn't even tell us what he was doing. He just left. But everything's fine here, I guess. Hopefully he'll be back.
So, unfortunately, one of my compatriots might have given him some bad advice. Because he seemed to have it in his head that going off and joining up with some bandits was a good idea.
I did not say it.
Yeah, you're not here. Shut up.
Actually, no, you did say, you can do something better. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go be a bandit.
And I said, no, that is not.
And he chose not to listen to you.
Oh boy, can't wait till we find out what happens there.
He's the final
that
boss
can
of the
only go
entire
well.
campaign. It's the
Probably.
final boss.
You'll get some good dice rolls on the final boss, don't worry. Alright, but yeah, so basically, yeah, she basically tells you he ran off and the kid's doing fine. He had a fun Jubilee. They don't know when he'll be back, but he said he'll be back. But other than that, she just pretty much passes the rest of the time with sipping tea with you and just telling you that much information. You know, he didn't give much, but he went off and did his own thing.
I mean, well, I'll ask about financially, if they're porting up since I haven't heard from him. I'm assuming he hasn't sent a package.
Well, since you guys gave him so much gold the other day, they're still good. She tells you, we're fine for now. And he should be home before spring for sure, I'm hoping. Which will be about the time when taxes are collected and whatnot.
Say, if anything that's been said causes him to be gone longer than expected, let us know. We might have got you into this mess a little bit, but that wasn't the intent.
Alright, surely. And with that, she'll finish her tea and kindly escort you out and let you go on about your business. Is there anything else you needed to take care of before we kind of go into the auctioning?
We did want to talk about the houses.
Alright.
Yeah, we do need to figure out crafty spaces.
Alright, and was there anything else for your turn, though? Like, is there anything else for your turn?
Well, I still need to see he didn't have a spare workspace or anvil, but if he...
Alright,
I think there was a mild requisition to see, like, hey, could you get one in, perhaps?
Right. So basically, I haven't written up anything, which I think next week I will get heavy on it. So maybe we see where we go with the demon armor and then we plan. That way you have money to go with if the auction goes well.
Not a bad idea.
I would suggest to go that route because that way you know how much money you got to play with, and then I think that'll end the episode after the auction, and then next week we will go into the planning phases, and I will, I might ask you for opinions on what you think we will need exactly, and then I'll start putting price tags on everything. That way, and also I will kind of consider what Luskin can help you save money on as well. So all that will be provided next week for sure. But this week here, I suggest we talk about how we're going to sell this demon plate.
Well, we left it at the auction, so there might be a small amount of advertisement from them.
Very minimal. Don't expect much if you're going to leave it to them. Now, if you read the little thing that says auctioning in Timor, there are possible ways to lower the DC, and it's all going to be based upon how crafty you are, and if there's any rolls involved, it might help you lower the DC to a flat 0, so you're guaranteed a first bid right off the bat. So you have like this week before it comes up. What are events that you guys might plan to promote this item? That's the thought process we need to go with.
No, I wasn't at Rissa's place because that was stacked with magical stuff.
So the best way to keep Zareth out of anywhere
Speaking of Rissa,
Mm-hmm.
we have more than a passing familiarity with her.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but Oscar could probably drop some information down at the Arcanum. Some mages might be interested.
Yeah.
Well, the Arcanum, going to the Arcanum is a good idea to get the word out.
there's always research types looking to poke at stuff like this, and powerful
Poke
wizards
nothing,
tend to have a.
Alright, so we're thinking about sending somebody over to the Arcana to promote it.
I could, since I have a good word with the Arcana.
Well, you have somebody who's a member of the Arcana. Are we talking about the Mages
Exactly.
Arcana or the Arcanium? Just so I'm clear. We're talking about the actual
Why
guild.
not both?
Well, I'm asking which one you mean right now.
Well, I'm talking
Whichever one Oscar has access to. I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah, exactly. So Oscar's a part of the Arcana, so he could definitely say something. How do you want to do it? I mean, who's going, and are we using persuasion to kind of have a talk with everybody in the area?
I can take all of us, or it can just be me or one other.
I mean,
Well,
I could go.
Well, if you go to the magic shop here, because you had some interaction with the guys.
Yeah, I could try to sell it off to him.
alright. Double effort here. So, for the first day of the week, Oscar's going to take whoever says they're going to go with him.
I can go with Oscar.
Anybody else?
I'd like to try to go as well. Or do I have to be with the other?
Well, I told you an hour. It ain't been an hour. No. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. So anyway,
So, can I go with them as well?
sure. We could just move everybody along. So we'll do both of them. We'll do the Arcana first. So basically, what I want you to tell me when you get to the Arcana, like, is there anything special you're doing? Are you just going around talking to people? Are you doing a display of some sort? How are you showing interest to this piece of armor that's all the way in the Timorian kingdom right now?
I want to go and try and figure out if someone is actually researching that stuff by going to over the public research.
It's
the
not
publicly,
necessarily a. I mean, okay, so like the Arcana does research a lot of things, right? And mainly it's
Yes.
related to magic. Probably
Yeah.
in this case, there's nobody exactly looking for it that you could tell. But Esmeralda, the enchantress that helped Oscar out, she might be interested because it's a piece that's enchanted. And she might have connections, you never know. I mean, that's something Oscar can offer as far as knowledge.
Yeah. I'll ask her about it, and I will look into the private records, see if that would bring up anything. If I have access to that yet.
Alright, so you want to make an investigation check then?
And
Can I help him with that by going over the records?
Sure. I'll go ahead and give you advantage. So we're looking for records on this armor precisely, or am I hearing that wrong?
No, I was thinking about records about people who are researching into demons in general.
Demons,
Maybe they
cursed
are interested
objects.
in the armor.
Alright.
Stuff like that.
Alright. Interestingly enough, there is one Tierra Light Mage who is heavily deep in demonology.
I think she may be interested in this.
Well, it sounds like it's worth a shot.
And if you want to try to persuade her, I have this one gold coin that is blessed to give us plus to certain abilities. Or would that work with a ability check like
Let me
this?
double check, because I think there might be another coin. Let's double check. Save or hit.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
I mean, we all decided to go together, just beat shit out, so
Yeah, I mean,
I can just guidance people on the,
yeah, you can do that. So
I'm just looking at all the shiny toys everywhere.
yeah, like this place is kind of like in a forest region, but it's like in a valley. I don't know if you've ever been here, but I should give you the whole rundown then, huh? There is a tower that kind of scales up in the front near a stable house that's by the front gate that leads into this place. There's a big conventional area that is like a cafeteria, then it leads into like lodging rooms. So it's like a college campus in a way. Like this is the dorms, and here's where you eat and all that good stuff. You can rent rooms here, have supper, and then there's all these other buildings that are surrounding this location for study, research. The main tower has like the biggest library in this region, so this place is pretty spread out on trying to. Yeah, it's like a uni in this town, you know. Or
In that case, Lucian would look a little uncomfortable, but he's not making a scene by any means.
yeah, most of the people you're watching walking back and forth are wearing these gray robes with silver cords. Every so often you might see a dragonborn, you'll see a gnome, and then you'll see a couple half elves walking about, and then humans, definitely a lot of humans. But so let's see, let's get back on track here. What's the so we're gonna go talk to Tierra, is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Alright. Asking around, you find out that Tierra has her own little office in one of the buildings. And she does some teaching as well. And she's currently looking over 3 young teenage kids. And she's kind of like having a little lesson with them. And somebody come in there to ask for her, and she kind of excuses herself out. And she's like, go ahead and just study the books, and I'll be back here shortly. And she kind of steps out to the hall to kind of talk with you guys. Yeah, did you need to talk about something?
Yes, I do hope we're not interrupting.
No, it's fine. These kids are pretty bright.
We saw that you were doing research into demonology.
Did you now? Well, it's not like I'm looking to summon demons, but yes, I am researching them.
We may have come across a piece of armor that might interest you.
Okay, tell me more. And by that I mean go ahead and roll persuasion.
I'll help with this, or do you want me to try to do the persuasion?
Well, you weren't part of the conversation, so I'll guess that would be me.
It's up to you guys. I'm letting you try to plan how you want to do this.
I mean, I just went ahead and rolled it.
There you go.
Yeah, I was trying to help explain.
So where, yeah, and you kind of spend time telling her about it. She's like, and where it's at, where it's located, and when it's expected to go on the auction. She's like, all right, I might check into it then. I might be able to use that in some research. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. And with that, she just kind of leads you to it's like, oh, if you excuse me, I got to go back to this class here.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for your time.
And she strolls back in there. In case you're wondering, Tiara's got like auburn hair and kind of goes past her shoulders and everything. And there's this fancy staff with a sapphire-looking gem on it that was kind of like in the corner. But she goes back in there and starts having a conversation with these 3 young kids as you are now left to your own devices.
Say, Borden,
Aye.
are you still looking into how to train your wyvern?
I've got a decent idea of how to handle it once it hatches. It's just waiting on the hatch to see
Well,
trick right now.
they have a library here. You might be able to find a book or something that with a few tricks on how to train them.
Yeah, it's not the worst idea.
Can I help him search the library for a book,
Sure.
or he helps me doing it?
Well,
Whatever you want.
Pick who's
One way or the
searching.
other, we'll figure it out.
I got expertise on it, I believe. Oh no, just proficiency.
On library searching?
Yeah, it's a new skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
Say news
useful
to
skill.
me, shit.
Wow, library card. Alright, go ahead and roll that investigation. And we're looking for books specific to wyverns.
Yes, or dragon type creatures, I guess, if that cannot be found.
Well, don't find anything like how to train, raise, or anything. Actually, hold on. Maybe you do, because I gotta remember. Okay, they're not interested in it. Apparently, most of the reading material that you kind of sift through speaks of like the anatomy more than actual behavior techniques to teach a dragon or a wyvern in this case. So, like, if you want, you can have a book that's labeled like the anatomy of a wyvern.
Well, if there is nothing better than that, I'll take it. Might be useful for when it's hurt.
True, might. Because basically it's just like somebody researched and dissected the wyvern when they had a chance. So that's basically their research material from doing all that.
So, I guess like we spend a couple of hours in the library then.
Fair enough. Was there...
No, Borland, the only thing I could find about wyverns is this. It's about the anatomy. Damn, that's a hard word.
The pizza.
Anatomy.
The
It's
pieces
how
that
they
put them
fit
together.
It's how they work.
It's the insides of the outsides. And then Oscar returns his red tapes.
Yeah. I finished both my books well, so knowing that we would gone here, I would also return.
Alright, that's good. And
Could I wander off to some sort of reception desk or something of the sort?
what kind of reception desk are you looking to wander to, sir?
Basically, someone that can give me general information on this place. I haven't really looked into magical academies in quite some time.
Let's see here. Most of the people will say, like, you might want to speak with Spencer. He's up in the office in the main library, which is where your friends are at the moment.
Alright, since they're around, I'll just probably peek in and see if he's willing to have a word.
Alright, and basically there's this long spiral staircase that goes about 3 or 4 stories up. And there's books all along the wall as you go up. And then there's also like the book floor and levels where more books are, in between. So as you go all the way up, there's an office door. There's like a sitting bench that's outside his doorway. Currently it's empty and no one seems to be up here at the moment in the landing area that leads into the office.
Excuse me, anyone about?
Come in.
Alright, walk in.
Yeah, door opens. Well, the door opens into this office-looking space, and behind you see this little ferret on this man's shoulder as he's like looking up over you, and off in the corner you can see this young woman who has like long white locks, just kind of staring over at him as she seems to be waiting for him to hurry up. Come on, Spencer, we gotta go. Just gotta finish what I'm doing. Yes, what can I do for you? As he kind of looks towards you as you enter.
Apologies, didn't wish to interrupt, but I'm a bit curious about this here, Canem here. There was a time when I studied magic myself, and I was just wondering, is there a sort of maximum requirement of magical capabilities to study in this location?
Well, we take in many spellcasters. I mean, do you innately cast spells, or?
I know a few cantrips, but my magic isn't quite so conventional.
Yeah, I mean, usually we deal with warlocks, sorcerers, and wizards, you know, and I mean, that's basically for the mages of the Arcana. Now, like, if you're specialized in other magical arts, because, you know, there's, like, what, paladins and clerics and stuff like that, there's always room for them in either the temple or the guards, the royal guards here in this state, the kingdom.
I understand. I'm only really proficient with the art of arcane archery, but I see this is more of a scholastic.
Yeah, it's no disrespect to you. We do kind of tend to research pretty much everything. And so, like, I mean, we don't discourage people coming in and learning. So, if there's anything that you think you can learn from here through our books that we gather, you're free to check them out. But as far as intensive study and participating as a mage of the Arcana, it might not be in your best interest, I'm afraid.
I understand. Thank you, though. I apologize for taking up your time.
No problem, no problem. Never hurts to ask, so don't even feel like it's a bother.
Of course. Have a good day, sir.
You too.
Ma'am. Ferret.
The ferret disappears off his shoulder. And then all of a sudden, on top of your head, you feel a presence.
I give it a little head scratch.
He accepts it, and then Spencer's like, Kiko, come on, don't bother him. Come here. And he disappears again and blinks back to his master.
I give him a nod to leave the sort of office area.
Yeah.
Go halfway down the stairs, take a moment to just collect myself, reflecting upon a few things before going to join the others like nothing ever happened.
Right. So we
Is it
found
okay if I try?
What?
It's okay if I try to find Azalea Midnight Star, or would she not be here right now?
Would she not be here right now? Damn it, did I get rid of her yet? Let me find out. Because, oh my god, shit happened while you were gone.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that?
We don't talk about that.
We might
I'd
be
like to
talking
try
about
to
that.
find-
We might be talking about that.
We best not be talking about that.
Well, let's have an investigation check, and I'll set the DC really high. Okay, you don't find her.
Can I have the D6 added to it?
No,
No.
no, you don't. This was just to see if she was around. But, no, you search around, and she's either gone off, done something, or she's nowhere to be found. Like, she's staying secluded for now. But everybody you ask probably says she's left somewhere. And they tell you that she had, well, with that investigation check, you would know that her and her boy and her husband left with another stranger who was dressed in black. And that's all you get. Alright.
Can I talk to Spencer or no?
You
See if he knows anything?
Sure. You want to run up there and talk to him? You kind of bump into Lucilin as he's coming back down the stairs.
Oh, sorry. The gentleman's upstairs.
Okay. Thanks, I know. I've been here a couple times before.
Alright. I'm gonna go read something.
Knock on Spencer's door.
And as you kind of approach the door, you kind of catch the sounds of a conversation being had at the moment. Make a perception check if you wish to hear it. Otherwise, we'll just go ahead and knock on that door. Yeah, you hear bits and pieces like, you don't take any time off for yourself, Spencer. I mean, I get it. You're the head of the Arcana, but when are we going to have time? And then the doof, doof, doof. Or do you want to knock still?
I'll just like to listen in a little bit more then.
Alright. So he's like, well, yeah, I know. Look, Evia, I'm trying really hard here. It's hard to restart the Arcana after all the losses we had in the recent years. You know this, and we're just now getting back on our feet. And I think if we get a couple more legates into the groove to where we can actually start taking time and actually leaving the Arcana. But until that happens, I'm gonna have to make sure I'm here to help protect what we've started. I gotta run things. And she's like, I get that, but seriously, why? When is it going to be us? When is it going to be our time? Because you said you were going to be with me. What's going on? And
I'll knock now.
yeah. Oh, yes, come in.
Hello, Stephen. Or Stephen now.
Yeah.
Name,
So
right?
Spencer.
Spencer, there we go.
Yeah, Spencer kind of stares at you. Oh, you're that young woman who was with Azalea, I believe, right?
Yes, I've been wondering. Do you know where she went, if possible?
She seems to have went back to the castle, I believe. Apparently, there was a conversation that needed to be had with the king. So I don't know how that's going to turn out, but been quite lively here lately.
Okay, if possible, if you know how to if you find any information, can you send me a sending stone or something like that, or a message?
I can do
somehow?
a sending, yeah. I can let you know. So you need me to ask her something for you, or?
Yeah, I want to see how she is, and see if she's okay.
Alright, yeah, we can do that. Not a problem.
Thank you very much. And you really do deserve a break sometime soon, sir. You look run down a bit. Need a rest. As I
Make a
agree
perception
with
check as you say that. No,
Tiaria.
make a perception check.
Perception?
Yeah. Devia is no longer in the corner of the room.
Wait, what?
The woman that was in the room with him is no longer in the corner of the room where she was standing.
Oh,
You turn around and you feel a dagger against your back. It's not polite to be listening to other people's conversations.
just agreeing with the fact you need.
Don't need people butting
Time
into my
off.
business. Devia, though, don't. It's okay. She kind of flicks her hair back as she passes by you. Still don't think it's polite people listening into our conversations. As she apparently
Maybe you should
stares
be a
down.
little more quiet then?
She throws the dagger at the wall and it misses you by a mere inch and it stabs right into the door frame. I think you need to go, Spencer says.
I'm sorry. Well, have fun and good luck, I guess?
Yes, now leave. And she'll shut the door behind you. Some
Just
people
wanted them
don't
to
want.
have fun.
Some people don't want you to butt into their business. That's just plain facts of life, especially that character who has just made her debut with you guys. But yeah, you're now back out in the open. The door, or the little path leading in there, the empty bench off to the side, and the stairway that goes all the way back down.
Was that Tiaria?
No, that was a different woman named Devia.
Oh. Sorry.
Tiara's teaching a class. You just talked to her.
Oh,
Yeah. You're getting your mages
sorry,
mixed
I
up.
read that as second hand. I'm
Yeah.
thinking that was first.
No.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. If you need a spelling on her name, I'll write it out for you. But, yeah, are we doing anything else here?
Can I find a new book on cantrips?
I don't know what newness would help, but go ahead and make an investigation.
Investigation.
You search through the books, and I'll be damned. Introduction to Cantrips Part 2.
Woohoo!
If one was boring
I'll-
enough.
I'm going to check that out to take it with me for a month.
Alright.
Is it okay if I read some books or no?
What are you looking for?
Just anything that might pop into the eye. Magic, maybe. Some
Make-
kind of magic.
Make an investigation check. You find a book, and this book is about ocean survival.
This sounds useful.
You want to read it?
God, no, we already have one.
If it's not the one that prior that I've read before.
They never showed it to you, I don't think, did they?
Okay. And
No, we completely forgot about it.
This is
Okay,
one-
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah, flip it
Book
through it.
makes you want to rip your own eyes out. And
Yeah, flip it
Infinite
through it.
Fury.
You find like several sentences are just like kind of repeating themselves. It's almost like it's talking in a circle. But, you know, if you take time with it, you might be able to suss out something else about it.
Okay, I will spend some time reading it then.
But you thought I forgot? But yeah,
we just like to pretend it doesn't exist.
I know, but it's a plot hook. That's what to use it.
It's a plot hook that so far has been completely indecipherable.
Sure enough. So, I wouldn't say you're not going to have time to do it yet. Whenever you get ready to settle in for a night, we can do a roll. Because I have to find
Okay.
out where the hell that damn book went. But,
Okay.
yeah, is there anything else we're doing at the Archon? I didn't expect this to be like a long trip here. Come on, guys, it's time to get out of the foam peanuts.
No. I'm good.
No, I'm.
Alright. So we're heading home?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay. So, we did a persuasion
go
on
on.
tier. Yeah, was there any other advertising? Because that's what I wanted to know what you wanted to do.
I'll do a
We
little
wanted to go
Skyrim.
visit.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Oscar.
Oscar.
Oscar, go.
I'll do a sky ride outside the auction house the day prior or the morning.
Mm-hmm. And what's your skywrite say?
Can I get back to you on that?
Sure, I'll come back.
'Cause I got like so many words to work with, and I want
Maximize the efficiency. Gotcha.
Didn't we want to visit Rezard, the halfling, at the Arcanum?
Arcanium. Yes.
Arcanium, sorry.
Yeah. So you make your way to the Arcanium in Timor because Oscar brought you back. Matter of fact, when he brings you back, you're actually there.
yeah, the place in Timor is his shop.
That's convenient.
Sure enough. So here you are. You're in the Arcanium already. And... Fudge and sending stones. Yes.
Please hold.
Yes.
Please wait until we
These
go to-
people are not done with me, Dad. I don't know what to tell you. Why do you need this right now?
I will say, as far as like common teleportations, I am out for the day.
You're gonna have to give me another half hour.
Okay. So
Okay.
take the magic teleport now? Or is it not ritual?
No, it's not a ritual. It's an actual cast.
Okay.
But sorcerer, I have one level 5 spell, and then I can use all of my sorcerer points to do it again.
Alright, I'm back.
But I mean, I can still do it again if needed. But,
Alright, so what's the ideal here at the Arcanium?
Well, I'm gonna try to persuade him into buying it or trading it for certain items, maybe. He can't buy it with all the money he has left.
Well, and maybe one of his contacts.
let me put it to you like this, though. Like, if you were to do that, he would probably rather you bring it in for trade instead of having to go through the auction house.
Well,
And you're not going to sell it that way, from what I understand.
no. What my idea was to give him a small fee to help us spread the word with his contacts that we
No,
have
that you
armor
can't
for
do.
sale.
Now that you can do. So, basically having a conversation with him. How's the conversation go?
I'll see.
Not very good.
If someone wants to help me, maybe.
I will probably help with that.
Make a separate check. Because nobody said anything when you got started.
Okay, persuasion?
He'll be like, I'll try to spread the word around. I don't know what else I can do for you, but yeah, sure.
I give him like 5 gold. It's like, here, this is for your troubles.
Oh, well. Yeah, I'll be sure to pass the word around then. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, how's your light cantrip going?
Nah, not very good at all.
I feel like Rezard is the equivalent of Seamus Finnegan from the Harry Potter movies. He's casting basic spells and explosions are going off. He's losing half an eyebrow.
Don't give him ideas. Oh no.
Yeah, he's pretty much... Like, he's got soot already all over his face from the misfires. But, yeah.
Oh yeah, one question. Would you happen to have a ring of protection on you or no? In your stock?
I love how I gave you guys time to do stuff on your turn, and then you're waiting to do shopping now. Not right now, I don't. Sorry. Check with me. Check with me in a week or two, because Jubilee, most of my most enchanted rings have been pretty much bought out.
Huh.
Well,
To be
there
fair-
are ones who phased in and stole all his rings, and we're walking around like hot shit wearing stolen rings.
To be fair, I was told wait until you sign up, then we can go shopping to gear you up. So I've been waiting this entire time to do any magic shopping.
Oh
So
my god, you should have just said something. Can we go shopping? And then I'd be like, yes,
Yeah,
you
Christ
can.
almighty, just say something.
Yeah, don't assume I'm going to give you a point to you and say go for it. I mean, this is you every day. What do you want to do?
does he have any decent armor or something?
I would say he doesn't have, like... There might be a piece of, what is it? Mariner's armor?
The demon armor, maybe?
Learn a new... Oh god, I'm going to need a deception check from you, but we'll get to you in a second.
Just what does he have available when it comes to magic? I know that's a broad question.
It is.
Does he have it?
Like, if you're looking for something specific, I usually roll to see if it...
Archery related items. Mariner's armor is not useful to me, Seth.
Yeah. If you're looking for, like... Let me see if he's got some... Do you already have bracers of archery or no?
No, I did not. But then again, that's if you allow them to work a crossbow.
Yeah, probably not. Then hold on. Apparently he did have some, but... If those won't work with crossbow, then we need to find something.
Yeah, that's just I mean.
Braces and crossbow then. There you go.
Really don't want to give any item like that away. Is there anything specific that you can think of? Because there's a lot of items.
Racers of archery, maybe?
We just
yeah,
talked
but
about that.
We just went over that.
It doesn't work with crossbows.
Yeah, because...
I thought it was any ranged attack.
No,
Like
it
cheap
says
pullback to
specifically
string.
bows.
Yeah, because crossbows have a mechanic to it. They don't qualify.
Yeah. How about any type of I don't know. I really don't know.
Well,
Like that's the
let's
like
see.
nothing comes to mind. Like
It
he
doesn't
has
even for me
anything.
either. Like, damn, it's so hard to buy for you, dude. Anyway, I could tell you there's like an immovable rod here. There's a gem of brightness. Gloves of missile snaring. What else do we have? He does have potions if you're in need.
I'd love to buy the immovable rod.
He'll tell you 5,000 gold.
How much are the gloves and missiles thing?
Oh, let's see here. $3,000.
Yikes! No, never mind.
Yeah. Probably be better just to kind of like, if we get into an adventure. Like, I'm not going to throw you directly at the vampires right on your first adventure. Because I do have an intermittent adventure in mind that we might go through to help you get, geared up, kind of like these guys. That'll give me more time to research, I think.
Yeah, just there's not much. Yeah, don't worry about it then. Never. Sorry for wasting everyone's time.
No, you're fine, dude.
No, it's fine.
Can't blame you if you're trying to figure out stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we just kind of looked at this here. But we are getting close to time here. So, what we will do here, you guys did a check for me on persuasion. So, I got the current DC. I need an Arcana check to see how well your skywriting conveys your deceptive message. Okay, maybe it's not deceptive. Arcana or persuasion, Oscar? And is there anything else you guys got planned before the auction? Because I think we're going to have to wait till next week to initiate the auction.
I think we lost Razor for the record.
Not anything that I can.
Well, he's
think
typing. But, oh, yeah. Sorry. Did he crash or what?
Sounds like he's back.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
Arcana or Persuasion? One of your choice.
Yeah, I'll use persuasion.
Okay.
Wait, your persuasion is better than your arcana? What?
He's a
I'm
sorcerer.
a sorcerer, not a wizard.
So roll that beautiful
Wait, what?
persuasion.
No.
Can I use that inspiration?
Sure.
I mean, I'm proficient in Arcana.
Can I help him?
No. Because you didn't cast the spell. There you go. Alright, I do have a set DC for right now. So, whenever we get to it, which will probably be next week. And like I said, after we do it, we're probably going to do some more housework. So, expect a little bit more role-playing next time as well. And then, maybe near the end, we'll be able to find some jobs so we can get some income coming in again. But we'll go over, like this week I'll go over like pricing for all the materials and stations you need for your cooking and smithing and alchemy lab, stuff like that.
Yep.
I will put that through the mental ringer and give you something to go off of next week, alright?
Yeah.
Alright, but before we head out, is there any questions or anything we need to clean up on?
Well, hopefully we can find out whatever happened to Azalea Midnight.
No, I know, but you guys are ahead of the timeline, so I gotta wait till Wednesday kicks in to see what happens.
Wait, so if we get there, are we there when we're there? Or are we not there when we're there?
Currently,
If you're-
Sunday is ahead of Wednesday in the timeline.
Mm-hmm. Because
Okay.
you guys had downtime. The other group hasn't had a chance
Thank
to get
God.
back yet. So yeah, good job. Got a bunch of useful skills and a useful talents to help you out. A lot of you got good rolls today. Congrats. It it has been a jubilee of a day. Like pretty much
Yes.
giving out everything. Got some
Yeah.
nice rings. You got to meet Jubilee himself and the giant dragon he rides in on. Of course, some of you already knew who that was, and that was the secret cutscene you could have gotten at the retreat if there was mention of Jubilee while you were there, but nobody did.
Well, technically, I kind of did, but
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure Razor. I think Razor made that check, so I'm sure Razor will have a hell of a time. Hey, can you pass a sending stone to Crimsu?
I rolled a 4 for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you rolled a 4? Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like Zareth couldn't told you or anything like that.
That being said, you know I have a sending stone.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the right connection. So.
Yeah. So if you want to learn the lore of that beautiful moment, because there's actual lore. But yeah.
And I am willing to teleport us there, and I can double dimension doors to instantly get there.
You're just a one-stop popping.
Hey, I can get around.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go, guys. So join us next week, Sunday, as we pick up where we left off, because we apparently went off track a little bit there. We were trying to get to the auction, but we never got there. But that's fine. We'll do it next week. I hope you enjoyed. I hope everybody enjoyed the Jubilee event, and
Yes.
the other campaign might get the same treatment soon. But join us Wednesday at
I
7
don't know what
p.m.
Gideon would do. All that downtime?
Trade
would-
pads.
He would steal
own
cookies.
no, you own a fight pit, or you're working on that. So
Well, we're trying to
so
get.
much fighting.
So your downtime would be running that to get money, so you guys will have a residual income. This group needs to get something, but you're still adventuring too. But join us next week, Wednesday, or join us Wednesdays at 7 p.m. for the Tynak Kingdom. Join us again next week, Sundays at 12 p.m. Daylight saving time sucks, and we will catch you next week. Go ahead and say goodbye to the archives and anybody watching.
Bye,
everybody.
Night, night, guys.
And do you
Bye.
hear...
Happy Jubilee.
Yeah, and do you hear the calling? Because god damn, it's loud.